They service started. This is the Hurykane from the Hurykane tonight. Baptist Church. What we gonna ask? Gonna ask some questions. Let's get it. Shouts out to Jordan. Thanks for the beat. Came by the
Walking through the sea so cool, all black, stay strapped, get clapped if you fuck with the crew. Nigga, you be up under my shoe, turn blue, niggas get stumped out in my timber boots. Bulletproof all over the suit, got it ordered, custom made Cartiers and the fedora. Met me a fine ass chick at a Sephora, hit it from the back, then smoked up on the quarter. Took it to the crib, the legs was on my shoulder. Briefcase style, well, yeah, I had to fold her. She said my meat good is better than Ponderosa, so I had to pound the pussy over and over. Now I'm out the go, the baby, the show is over. Headed to the block, you know I'm selling that boulder. Haters talk shit, them knock your head off a shoulder. Territory mine, hey gang, I'm taking over. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Look, I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Blast with killers, we fast with triggers. Blast we fill up with Hennessy and blast some niggas. If a fair run up, gotta blast them too. Real niggas gon' do what they have to do. Time to roll up a blunt, then I crack a brew. Got a call from a chick, she was passing through. Had to take that ass up in the afternoon. Got a call from a plug, now I have to zoom. For the motherfucking fans tryna track my moves. Yo, bitches can't fight, can't combat my moves. I'm the black John Wick that'll pack your crew. I think you gonna need some fucking backup, dude. AK and take your motherfucking backup, dude. And your wife will think I'm a stand-up dude. I see you hit a strap, bitch, I'm strapped up too. Shoot your ass in the head if you act up, fool. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. I'ma show you how to do this, son. Hurykane be the name and there's only one. Let's go.
Welcome to the Hurykane tonight. Baptist Church. Opening up the doors. Let the music flow so everybody come on in. What we do over here is we can deconstruct what most people claim they believe in. We about to hit them real hip hop. Shout out to the Hurykane tonight. Baptist Church. Put them heads together. Come on. The church doors are open. Let's hit her with it.
These niggas scared. I guess I gotta tone it down for y'all. Born and raised in the projects, dude. Where we give all these haters the blues. Fuck cops, man, we breaking the rules. Outlaws, yeah, we bringing the tools. I'm a rebel, what the fuck you gon' do? Get on my level, we'll get lost in the dust. Ain't dancing, I trust. Y'all fans ain't fucking with us. Tell the government enough is enough. Pull up in the truck. Politician getting shot the fuck up. Like a Christmas tree, lighting them up. Got the Sprite in my cup. Sipping lean, about to light up a blunt. As I walk straight up to the front. AR in my hand, understand you ain't calling my bluff. Taking limbs off the body with shots. Then I blew up the spot. The whole scene is your burial plot. I saw the news and the aerial shots. I just ready to block this revolution. Are you ready or not? Let me hit you with this Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know.
The church doors are open.
Old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow.
Hurykane tonight. Baptist Church.
To this old school Detroit flow. This the old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Pop a clip, time to drop that fool. Never fuck with a project dude. We used to all dodge cops ops at school. Now we all grown up on the block, that's cool. If the cops come through, they get popped at too. Let me spit this rebel shit on this laid back tune, because I got you niggas scared of my hype ass tunes. Y'all scared of revolution, better fight back, dude. Let me kick a fed ass with these fly ass moves. Plus I think I got blood on my nice ass shoes. Have to dip to the dealer and cop that coupe. Bulletproof out the black dash out with the crew. On a mission about to blow up a factory, dude. Got the brain, all the pain and the agony, dude. Got the world news saying it's a tragedy, dude. Destroy the evil warrior, then you have to regroup. Say Hurykane is the truth, bitch. Let me kick you with this Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. This the old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Let me get you with this Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke? To this old school Detroit flow. This old school Detroit flow. Let them know. Let me get you
never
with the
seen you
Detroit
before
flow.
leaving.
This
Who that?
old school Detroit flow. Wanna smoke?
It ain't sad over
To this
here.
old school Detroit flow. This old
You about to
school
like this
Detroit flow.
motherfucker to
Let
fuck
'em
up.
know.
Respect to your people. Me? It's a lonely hope. Killed, trying to Dawson's. They could be free. I'm getting your gun. I'm not freer than you are. Better understand. Even on the wrong getting of your gun, I'm still a lot freer than you are. I can have me surrounded with AKs, AR-15s. I can have a cell phone in my hand. Be like, oh, y'all think y'all got me? Click the cell phone. Bloop, shit go dark. I just hacked the whole goddamn area with a push of a button. Everybody gonna start shooting. They ain't gonna hit shit but themselves. I'm ducking out like Batman. I changed my name 100 times. Furious TV from... You been a sub. I ain't see you in a minute if you was already sub, but shouts out. Hope you have a cool day. You know. But hopefully, if you smoke, I hope you got some weed, roll up. If you got some drink, pull up. Because we here at the Hurykane tonight, Trap this church. I got the baddest bitches walking around handing out what we like to call some frankincense, because today we ain't about to have no frankincense. Yes, I'm using that. That's gonna be trademark. Spark up some frankincense because we ain't got no frankincense. Make the t-shirts, Chris. Float them bitches through Cali. Everybody smoke. That shit gonna sell quick like hotcakes. And speaking of selling, all right, since I'm a bad motherfucker in this music shit, I gotta charge for features now, man. $60. I was gonna say 100 because I'm that damn fucking phenomenal. Fuck good, fuck great. I'm fucking phenomenal with this shit. I'm a lyrical wordsmith, vocab, style, delivery, versatility, and a message. I'm selling $60 a verse. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit. Now I know this is gonna fuck people up, but at the end of the day, I know my people gonna be like, "Oh shit, Hurykane charging for verses now." God damn it. Well, I got my shit in, but I guarantee you, it's gonna be more white people that fuck with me than my own people, because you know why? My own people is fucking struggling, and some people don't want to get up shit. So I got to deal with that. But at the end of the day, I have a wide audience. I have a different variety of music. I can deal with different sounds. However the game goes, some motherfuckers might call me and feature me. Yo, nigga, Rap on this techno beat real quick, nigga, so I can do this shit at this motherfucking wave party. Bet. Club shit. Bet it up. Bet it up. Bet it up. Already know what it is. But low key, Jordan, relentless, y'all good. Y'all like motherfucker like day one. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been knowing motherfuckers for like damn near fucking 6 years. I've been on this shit for 6 fucking years. So yeah, you know, nigga, I've been day ones, y'all good. Y'all free 99. But like I gotta sell my shit on some real shit. On some real shit. And I'm trying all avenues. Like shouts out to, you know, shouts out to everybody that hit me up on my Cash App. Really the only person that hit my Cash App was Crystal. My number one true motherfucking supporter. You know what I'm saying? You know, like she the reason why I said when I destroyed this fucking world, she is gonna be the goddess of the new one. You know what I'm saying? We are in Crystal City right now. And much love. Much love to my first lady, Vonta. Looking all good in your Sunday best. Come on, baby. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's time to start selling. It's time to start selling my time. It's time to start selling my shit. So like however we do it, rather if you send me a track through the email and you want me to rap on the verse, I'll do that for you. Or if you need me just to I guess like rap like regular and just sing you just like an acapella, then you drag my verse to whatever you do. I don't know how y'all do it, but like however the game go, I gotta charge, man. Like I'm talking like real shit, nigga. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. And I'm also doing other avenues to try to get some bread, man. Because at the end of the day, man, dog, I've been on this shit too long and I ain't even getting fucking paid. YouTube don't want me to get monetized at all. Because my motherfucking revolutionary content. But like shit, man, at the end of the day, I can at least get a Cash App and get up to 3,000, 4,000 hours and try to get this super chat money. And man, you know, I gotta motherfucker do something. I gotta get something. You feel me? Like fuck the bullshit. And not only I'm giving out music, I'm giving out valuable fucking information. Motherfuckers ain't watching the news. Motherfuckers ain't watching the world news. Motherfuckers ain't reading fucking books either. I got so much motherfucking content. Click on my fucking page, so many fucking videos I got and all these fucking playlists and shit. But yet everybody can motherfucking get monetized off bullshit. I'm saying real shit on this motherfucking platform. Real shit that can actually help a motherfucker out. And spitting real good fucking music on all levels. From conscious to hood to gangster to club. So at the end of the day, man, it's time to get paid. On some real shit. On some real shit. Woo. Like on some real shit. I got 6 years of work I put in. All this shit. And I'm still working. I'm still fucking working. And plus, if anybody don't fucking believe me, listen to all my music and be like, yep, this is worth being paid for. You know what I'm saying? So let's get money. At the Hurykane tonight, trap this church. Because here at the Trap This Church, I do a whole lot of giving. Now, after I put the bag in your hand, I need y'all to go out there and make my money and bring it back. And here at the Hurykane tonight, Trap This Church, Pastor K be thy name. But otherwise, just hit the Cash App. I forgot about you on my new channel. I used to listen to your gang stalking sermon. Yeah, and I try to talk about the gang stalking shit briefly though too. You know, like I need to get back to it, man, but I kind of overlooked it. I kind of, you know, I mean, like I'm kind of over it now. It's like it still happens, it still goes on, but now it's just like like how can I put it? Like I don't really see it no more, but I see it, but I just like choose to ignore it, but I keep my peripheral and keep my self-awareness and shit up, but yeah. Gang stalking is crazy, man. But yeah, and plus like sometimes like they don't send out my motherfucking notifications and shit. So you know how YouTube is, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about shit. But cool to see you. We about to deconstruct some Christianity after a couple more songs. Where we at? Let's get it. Shouts out to Relentless. It's that real hip hop shit right here. Shouts out to Texas. From Detroit to Texas.
Real black man, I'm crafted in God's image. Lyrically, I'm a savage, engulfing the planet. With the spawn grip, boom, I ain't going nowhere. You better get used to it, equipped with the toolage. And I ain't talking about no head dog on the band lab and holding the game for ransom. Run me mine, and I don't want my chips to circulate. Fast food for the CEOs. Don't taking them on dinner date. Unless I'm well trained, for to say that I've been a great stuck in your weight class. Religious, I'm heavyweight shavers with the blows. Quick feet like I lead. Joe Lewis when I do, I'm leaving flat in the ring. John Kemp when I lift off. Finish like Dominique. Underrated like Pippen when I hit Rick in the ring. Put in a lot of work, my best interest for the team. Just give me the hand off and I'm running up the scene. Fake smiles, fake nods when they hear me on the beat. On my phone against the odds, I'ma keep on doing me. I'm a treasure in the mud for the dirty side. I'ma put you undiscovered and I ain't been found. I represent for all my brothers above or underground. And all the black queens, it's your flowers and crown.
You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. It's time to unload, the drama unfold. My 44 gold, taking your soul, never reload. Where do we go? The battlefield's bigger explode. For the government, to kill them all with every flow. I'm the infamous lyricist to the fans. The just imminent, implement all the titles to kill it quick with these instruments. With these sentences, shot your ball in the instant. Quick Hurykane is the name, you better know who you're dealing with. Style master, slow but not cause I'm faster. Bastard in the dark abyss, this where I cash you. Natural disaster, I'm the final chapter. Happy running the circles like hamsters, little bastards. I'm the warrior, battlefield looking glorious. Skills is so notorious, kicking your ass like Morpheus. The anomaly, speaking new philosophy, speaking with the velocity, cause a lot of atrocities. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop. You want this hip-hop, the realest hip-hop. Everybody love this hip-hop, let's give them hip-hop.
I gotta say is bars. My lyrical ability is unmotherfucking matched. On some real shit. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. For real, for real. You better ask somebody. Like I said, vocab, style, delivery, versatility, and a message. And I do parody music. AI ain't got shit on me. For real, for real. Nigga, Weird Al Yankovic. You know how Weird Al Yankovic got on with this parody shit? Nigga, they came to him. They was like, yo, nigga, this is funny. Get on the radio station. Then a whole bunch of rock groups say, yo, nigga, do a parody to my song. Do a parody to my song. Do a parody to my song. On some parody shit. On some parody shit. You dig? Nah. Let's get that band out here real quick.
Kill 'em all, don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker. We gon' shoot a cop, shoot a fair, shoot a judge in the head, prosecutor and the DA. We gon' leave them fuck dead. Don't like my music, so what? Get your crib blowed up. This is war music, only real rebels show up. Infiltrate a base, shoot you in the face. Raid the armory, pull off in the army tape. Fuck the government, shoot they ass to shit. Monetary system dead, time to roll bricks. Loading up the blick, time to catch some bodies, bitch. Everybody gon' be dead in this fucking lobby, bitch. Taking building down with the war leaders in it. Big bang attack, you can call me Vegeta, bitches. Kill 'em all, don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker, let's kill 'em all. Don't give a fuck. It's time to fucking pack 'em up. Pack 'em up, motherfucker.
Some other people ideas, but this place will be swarming with CIA and FBI. We go underground? No. They'll be looking for everybody except us. You see, this took brains and guts, which we don't have, right?
Yeah. Move it out.
Move it out.
You already know what it is. Everybody, y'all got y'all frankincense? Let's smoke real quick.
Phenom Road One Production.
Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. It's so good, big ass, call me daddy. Push it to the limit, limitless addiction. Pussy, money, weed, baby girl, I gotta get it all up in it. Give this bitch the business. Business booming good, stock prices never slipping. I've been smoking heavy, chillin' in the Chevy. Hanging with this chick, she the cool, hot and ready for whatever. She down for whatever. This fucking weed, is on another level. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. Fucking so good, bigger ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. Fucking so good, bigger ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. Fucking so good, bigger ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this fatty. Fucking so good, bigger ass, call me daddy. This time I'm living, chillin' with these women. Fucking that we sippin', fucking club jumping, bitches lying, talking to this daddy, giving her the addict. Pulled up to my crib in the cranberry caddy, got her feeling naughty. Time to have a party, smoking weed, now she run my dick like a hearty, blasting all up in it. Take her out to dinner. After that we smoke a bunch of weed by the river, smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. Fucking so good, bigger ass, call me daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this daddy. Fucking so good, make her ass come to daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this baddie. Hell yeah, so good, make her ass come to daddy. Smoking on the fatty, chillin' with this baddie. Fucking so good, make her ass come to daddy.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Now, we about to get ready to deconstruct what we do over here. Let me get my disclaimer first. Disclaimer. For all the Christians out there that are open-minded and that they follow their Christianity, but they don't go to church and they don't be part of the paradigm and the cult shit. They just believe and they just live their life according to their own, moral standards and shit. And most importantly, they don't care if I don't believe. We can still talk and have dialogue and not argue, fuss and fight. A person that understands where I'm coming from or where you coming from, because most of us have deconstructed from Christianity, left Christianity alone, rather through the personal trauma growing up or church hurt, or you just did the research and found out that it ain't motherfucking worth believing in. So shouts out to what I like to call the open-minded Christians. Now, next, the conspiracy Christians. I'm cool with them too. They look up what I look up and they expose who I expose, and we can come together and motherfucking expose these evil fucks. But the other side of the conspiracy coin, well, the ones that's kind of on the loony side, they try to connect the book of Revelation with what's going on in the world, which is not happening. You know what I'm saying? You can't connect the book of Revelation with what's going on in the world, because the book of Revelation is like the first 10 fucking chapters. If you fucking read it, the first 10 chapters, God is destroying the fucking shit out the planet. And the nigga is writing the words, then he got to eat the pages, then it tastes like honey, then it get all bitter and sweet and shit. John of Patmos, you know what I'm saying? So, and then by the time it gets to like chapter 11 or some shit, Jesus pop up looking like a slain lamb. Look up the word slain. But it said a slain lamb. So like a dead ass lamb, right? With 8 eyes and a sword coming out of his mouth. Nigga, that's a Final Fantasy boss fight. Fuck God. Oh, some real shit. I forgot that. God damn, I need to be paying attention to this goddamn chat. I'm looking off and shit. You retracted something. What'd you retract, Crystal? Shouts out to my goddess, Crystal. This is Crystal City. We in Crystal City at the Hurykane at night, Trappist Church. And much love to my first lady. Hey, Vonta. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this on and pop it. But this was a channel that I'm about to play. But let me get back to the disclaimer. But yeah, the conspiracy Christians on the side of connecting the book of Revelation with what's going on in real life, like they sound kind of loony. Now, but the conspiracy Christians that exposing shit and we, like exposing it together, that's cool. Next set of Christians is the spiritual Christians. The spiritual Christians value meditation. They understand that God or Jeebus lives within the heart, which is the heart chakra. So they try to walk in love and light, peace and harmony and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of feel the aura when you walk past them. They value meditation, and that's something that we both agree on. Unlocking these chakras. Cleansing your chakras, unlocking. They value meditation, and they walk in love and light. So I fucks with them, they fucks with me. And last but not least, the last Christians that I fuck with, and they fuck with me, are the Gnostic Christians. The Gnostic Christians gonna keep it plain and simple. God is not a good God. He's a genocidal, homicidal fucking maniac. And the only way out this fucking realm is through gnosis. Knowing thyself, learning the knowledge of self, and just do that inner work, do that shadow work, know who the real truth is. Use a common thinking, critical, common sense, critical thinking and comprehension skills, and just look around you. You know what I'm saying? And these Gnostics, they weren't priests, they weren't preachers, they were people like us. They just didn't want to go along with the paradigm, and they was hunted down and killed for, saying that God ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was hunted down by the Romans and shit, killed off. And some people buried the fucking what do you call the Dead Sea Scrolls, got dug up in 1945. And I think it got deciphered in the 70s. I don't know if it was 75, 76, or 77. I'm not sure. But once they got deciphered, welcome back Gnostics. You know what I'm saying? And then what's great about Gnosticism is that, like it kind of answers questions on why shit is the way it is. Why is there evil? Who am I? What am I doing here? Where do I go when I leave from here? You know what I'm saying? Like the Gnostic scriptures, like it really like answered a lot of like interpersonal questions. And two, it filled in the holes that was in the Bible. So I fucks with the Gnostics, and they fuck with me. So while that disclaimer's out the way, like I said, I fuck with open-minded Christians that don't care if I don't believe. We can still have conversation and dialogue and not argue, fuss, and fight. I fuck with conspiracy Christians because we expose the same motherfuckers. I fuck with spiritual Christians because they value meditation, just like me. And the Gnostic Christians, they know that God ain't shit. Okay. Now, with that being said, we're gonna get off to the first video. Now, this woman, her name is Christy. And like when I started the Sunday service originally, I think I was playing some of her videos, if I can remember. I need to get back to her. So I'm glad I finally got back to her because, like, when I was scrolling through my deconstructing Christianity, like she's always at the top of the list. But I always roll with the coach and I always roll with Durante Lamar. But I started off with her. And I think her and the coach. And then I found out about Durante Lamar, and I thought he was interesting because he's an ex-pastor. That's what makes it interesting. I need to grab his videos because he was the man behind the Iron Curtain. And I still need to do some Ray Haggard shit, man. But this motherfucking shit is nope. Like he have, God damn, how can I say without saying pause? Okay, yeah. His videos are hours. I'm trying not to say pause. But like what I gotta do is just break up Ray Hagen's probably like 3 different segments, and I could probably do it like that. Or just spend a whole day on the Sunday service listening to Ray Hagen, just like a whole sermon. I might just do it like that. But shouts out to Live and Learn. What's good? Yeah. Oh yeah. You probably missed my announcements. I'm charging for features now, man. I gotta get paid. $60. 40 would be my lowest. That I'll go. Hit the fucking cash app. Well, yeah, man, I got to get paid. I got to motherfucking get paid. I got vocab style, delivery, versatility, and the message. I can rap on any motherfucking beat. It's time to get paid. I've been on this bitch for 6 years. Ain't got shit. Much love to Crystal, the only person that hit me up on that cash app. Shout out to you too, Live and Learn, for hitting that cash app too. But shouts out to my #1 supporter, Crystal. You know, when I destroy this world, you'll be the goddess of the new one. We are in Crystal City right now, whether anybody know it or not. Whether anybody know it or not. Now, as my ladies pass around the frankincense, I feel you. Ain't nothing free. For real, man. 40 would be the lowest I charge, though. 40 would be the lowest, man, but I really want to charge 60. But my reality, dog, I wanted to charge 100. Like, if someone like, shit, y'all motherfucking let Nipsey Hussle sell a $100 mixtape. And niggas bought that shit. $100 for a mixtape. Not an album, but a mixtape. $100. Okay. I was gonna be like, okay, I got my 6th album project of the Flood series, Flood the Game, Flood the System. Flood Cosmos, Flood is over, After the Flood, and the Flood returns. 6-album project. I said, nigga, $100 for real, for real. $100. You get you're getting 6 albums. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like you get more your money's worth, and it's a 6-album project. Or I could break it down into double album projects. God of not God. I mean, Flood the Game and Flood the System. And that'd probably be like what? What? I'll probably sell that for like what? Probably sell it for $30. So it'll come out to 90. I won't get the whole 400, but like definitely if I sell 2 albums a piece, Flood the Game, Flood the System, 30. Flood the Cosmos and Flood is over. And then After the Flood and the Flood returns. Oh yeah, man. 30 a piece, 369. 369. But where we at? I'm about to go to my girl Christy. Now, we deconstruct Christianity over here. Now, I know a lot of Christians is caught up in their religion, and I gave out some Christians that motherfucker don't want to admit that they are. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man. Why believe in any of it? Even in Jesus. I got 2 videos. One from Christy. We're gonna go do ladies first. Christy gonna be first, and she is gonna deconstruct what hell is. Because whether anybody in here know it or not, Christians think we all going to hell. Each and every one of us right here in this chat room right now, Christian, think we're going to hell because we don't believe, or because we left the faith, or we grew up in another faith. We all going to hell and burn for eternity. And we're going to describe how God really truly is in his mind. And then we're going to break down Jesus, because don't nobody want to think about God. Oh, no, we ain't in the Old Testament no more. Let's go to the New Testament. Let's talk about Jesus. Oh, yeah. We're going to break down how fucked Jesus really is, too. On some real shit. Now, mind you, the Bible is full of puzzles, mysteries, riddles, contradictions, metaphors, symbolisms, parables, allegory, mythology, numerology, and a splash of spirituality. This is how you know I've read that fucking book, because what I just said is in it. And most Christians don't read. They cherry pick. So we're going to deconstruct. Hope you got your Bibles out. Right, the pedo King James himself. That motherfucker was sick. People don't want to look up who the hell King James was. I read the King James version. Well, guess what? That motherfucker, look up who that nigga is. Look up who he is. And what he done. Like, yo, stop it. Well, we about to go to my girl, Christy. I ain't hear her in a hot minute. And it's real good to hear her voice. And she's about to talk about hell. And before I play her, I want to tell y'all, read Dante's Inferno also. Read about a person that made it and why that it was made. Dante's Inferno was made to get motherfuckers afraid of hell. Because the depictions of what's in the motherfucking Dante's Inferno, or what we like to call the Divine Comedy or whatever. And like there's other books. There's Inferno, Paradiso, and Purgatorio. But everybody focused on the Inferno, Dante's Inferno. Because this was to instill fear. You know? And this is why most people, this is like the last hump that most Christians need to get over. Whether they understand it or not. Yeah, you can not go to church. You could not be part of the cult. You could not be part of the problem. But inside of you, there is a conflict and a battle. If I fully leave this faith, I am going to hell. That, the psychological damaging that we have been through since we got smacked up off the bed 5, 6, 7 years old to go to church, dozing off, getting popped in the face, getting popped in the head, standing up for hours just so they can make sure your ass don't fall asleep. The indoctrination, the motherfucking abuse, the motherfucking the fucking coloring books of pictures that we used to draw and shit like that. Like, I'm talking about, remember the Noah's flood pictures we used to color and shit? We used to draw a boat, people on a boat, and a water. But if you look at it psychologically, under that water is a shitload of goddamn bodies. We coloring a genocide picture. So the psychological damage that we've been through growing up because of this religion, we need to break free from the fear. And what helps you break free from the fear is using your common sense, using your critical thinking, using your comprehension, understanding that you cannot burn for eternity because you are energy, infinite consciousness, infinite awareness. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, just transferred. If you understand that, you will understand that you will not burn for eternity. You have to be like a physical form to burn. Otherwise, you will just cease to exist. So, understanding that you just, let's get off the Christie, y'all. Welcome to the Hurykane and Night Traptist Church. Everybody spark up your frankincense, because we ain't got no frankincense, because that's what most Christians think of us. We don't got no frankincense. You just want to sin. And what's crazy about it is you're born into sin. Really? It don't make no sense. How are we born sinners? We ain't done anything wrong. It's about like people born just like righteously good people, but yet they gotta believe that they are evil because of what Paul said. No one is good, no, not one. Fuck that. Born into sin. Like, what about two couples that's saved and they bring a child into the world, which like automatically should be saved or some shit like that? All the sins of the father shit. You know what I'm saying? This is all this bullshit. But let's get off into Christie. Now I know it's Sunday service, and I know Christians gonna be in their fifis. It's all good. I see 2 people in the chat, and I think I know who the 2 people is. Let's get off into Christie. Shouts out to everybody. First things first, much love to my goddess Crystal. Hey, baby. We in the city, baby. And much love to my first lady, Vanta. Wearing y'all Sunday best. Y'all looking lovely. Let's get it. Christie.
Very fair. I don't think that would fall within the realm of justice, righteousness, mercy, grace, any of that they claim about God. It's certainly not justice. And do we really think that because someone doesn't believe in God, because they haven't been given sufficient evidence to believe in God, that they should be punished for all of eternity because they didn't believe in something? I mean, do Christians think it would be very fair if at the end of their life they found out there was a totally different God that they were supposed to believe in, and because they didn't believe in that God and instead followed a false God, that they should be sent to be tormented for all of eternity? I certainly don't think so. I don't think that would be very fair at all, because the Christian is very confident in what they believe. They feel that they have found the one true religion. But many people of many other religions feel that same way about theirs. And then there are people like me who just don't believe it. I don't buy any of it. Not their religion, not anybody else's religion. I'm just kind of reserving my belief because to me, it's the most rational conclusion I can come to. And why would God punish someone for being rational? Why would God punish someone because they just did not believe? So the more we talk about this and like flesh this out, this punishment, it really just seems like God is very angry. He's holding on to these very human emotions. And personally, I think that it's even harsher than what most humans would think would be fair. That he's just so angry and wrathful that he has to enact this punishment that just lasts forever and ever and ever. What is the end goal? What is the purpose? And I'm trying to figure out why this infinitely wise God with all of this foreknowledge and omniscience would lower himself down to the emotions of a human being, that he would be so offended that he must just punish and punish and punish and punish and never stop punishing because he's just so angry. Does that really sound like an infinitely wise God who knows all, sees all, and creates all? Does God need to continue punishing people forever to make himself feel better?
Yep, it's a sadist.
What positive change
Yes,
is being made by enforcing such a harsh punishment on people long after they're dead, long after everyone else is in heaven celebrating and rejoicing? It just doesn't seem like it's necessary, and it doesn't actually do anything good or productive. So now we're going to combine the third and fourth claims, which is that hell is a place of torment and hell is eternal. If you put these together, you get hell is a place of eternal torment. So not only is it a punishment enacted against those who, don't want to be a Christian or don't want to serve God or just don't believe, it is now a place that is eternal. It goes on forever. And it is a place of torment where people are hurt over and over and over again, and they can never escape it. Now, the key verse used here to show that hell is eternal is Revelation 14:11. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. But I would really encourage you to do your research.
Yeah, do your research, because she just mentioned Revelation, and I just talked about Revelation too. You know what I'm saying? see, she went further on in the book of Revelation. I said the first 10 fucking chapters. I think she said, like chapter 14 or some shit like that. Yeah, I said the first 10 chapters, God destroys shit. 11th chapter, Jesus pops up. Slain lamb, 8-eyed sword coming out of his mouth. Like, nigga, this is some scary shit.
On the book of Revelation, read books, listen to biblical scholars, listen to historians, and see what they have to say about this book. It's really important to know that Revelation there was a big debate about whether or not this book should even make it in the Bible with early Christians, okay? It almost didn't make the cut. And then, a certain group won out eventually, and it made the cut. But it's interesting to...
She's like, a certain group went out eventually, and it made the cut. Who is that certain group? Let me know in the comments. Is it A, the baby hats, B, the baby hats, or C, the fucking baby hats, or D, the Jews, which is the baby hats? We need a book of Revelation in here so we can scare people. They got that goddamn divine comedy shit, that Dante's Inferno. We can put that with this, because we already psychologically got these motherfuckers fucked anyway. These fucking sheeps. Or maybe it was the Pope. Somebody said something to get the book of Revelation put in. And growing up, I heard many Christians that claim they read their Bible, but tell me to my fucking face that they scared to read the book of Revelation. It scared me when I first read it. It scared me. The first person that told me that it scared them was my fucking mom. And then I just started hitting it everywhere. For motherfuckers that claim they read their Bible.
Note that many early Christians did not buy this book and did not think that it was a divine inspired word of God. Many biblical scholars and historians believe that the book of Revelation was written as a type of wartime literature. There were tensions between the Romans and the Jews. There was a lot of war going on. There was not a lot of peace. And so Revelation was written as a response to that. There seems to be a lot of things kind of written in code and a lot of references to what was going on at the time. I don't want to dig into that because this is not a video about Revelation, but I really encourage you to look it up for yourself. Listen to Christians and non-Christians alike that are biblical scholars and historians. I really like listening to Bart Ehrman. I really enjoy Elaine Pagel's take on it. And so there are two books that I recommend that I will link in the description. I am not getting any kind of affiliate income from this. This is not a sponsored video. I am not getting paid to tell you to go read this book. So I just want to make that very clear. I just really love this book. It's called Armageddon by Bart Ehrman, and it is all about the book of Revelation, and it is fascinating. He is a New Testament biblical scholar, and I think he is a very brilliant man. He used to be a Christian, and he is no longer a Christian, and he is really great at kind of putting this stuff in very easy terms to understand.
Yeah. But it easy turn is like, yo, bro, I used to be a Christian. I used to be part of this shit. That shit was some bullshit, but I got a lot of insight on some shit. Let me write a book. Yeah. And plus, when you get to the part where the motherfucker had to eat the pages that he wrote, it tasted like honey, then it got bitter. I'll have to beat an angel ass. You made me write all this shit down for hours, and now you're telling me to eat my words that I wrote on this fucking piece of paper. Do it in the name of God. Fuck God. You angels ain't shit. Just like the angels off of Supernatural. Just like the angels off the TV show Supernatural. Those angels was assholes. Zachariah, the motherfucker that plays Zachariah, dog, I love how that actor played that motherfucker. And every time I see that motherfucker, he's always an asshole. He was in Ghostbusters too. He was the motherfucker that was trying to get the Ghostbusters locked up. That motherfucker's an asshole. Everything he played, dog. Like, yo, dog. Watch a Supernatural episode like with Zachariah. That motherfucker was cold. I'm like, y'all motherfucker. Powerful ass angel too. But what up, though? What it do, baby? What's good? What's good? We deconstructing Christianity, and we talking about hell in the book of Revelation. How motherfuckers so caught up, and I just got done telling motherfuckers, motherfuckers claim they read that book, but yet they tell me to my face that they scared to read the book of Revelation. So I just broke it down. I'm like, the first 10 chapters is God destroying shit. Opening up seals and pouring vials and shit, angels blowing trumpets and shit for like 10 chapters straight, everybody dying. 11th chapter, probably either the 10th or the 11th chapter, nigga, Jesus show up looking like a slain lamb with 8 eyes and a sword coming out of his mouth, looking like a goddamn kaiju, surrounded by angels with eyes all over their body and wings and shit. Why is eyes all over your fucking body and wings? Nigga, y'all look scarier than fucking demons, nigga. This is some scary shit. But we're deconstructing hell and how hell is just like unbelievable. Like literally, you just can't believe it. And plus, I broke down how they used Dante's Inferno as a ploy to put fear in people because motherfuckers wasn't thinking about no goddamn hell. So the nigga that made the Dante's Inferno and like all the depictions of hell, it's just like you got to be a sick individual to even come up with these concepts of how hell is. I'm like, you know, like I'm talking about like, and it's all made up. But to a person to actually have those thoughts in his mind, that's the mind-boggling shit to me. Because I mean, read Dante's Inferno, it's like, what in the fuck is I reading? This is some scary shit. You played a video game, Dante's Inferno, it's showing you the depictions of what the fuck I read. I'm like, oh shit, I do not want to go to hell. So I see why motherfuckers was in fear when that book came out. But there is other books, Inferno, Purgatory, and Paradiso. But everybody focused on the Inferno because like that's the shit that they needed to scare motherfuckers with. So shout out to Bearded Conversation. Make sure y'all subscribe to Bearded Conversation. He got the Bearded Tabernacle tonight. Pastor Kane has spoken. Make sure y'all check him out. I forgot what time, probably around 10 or 11 at night. Night service, motherfucker. Here at the Hurykane Night Trappist Church, we support our own. That is Bishop Bearded in the building. Shout out to Bearded. What up, though, bro? But over here at the Hurykane Night Trappist Church, we gonna ask. We Go and ask. Go and ask some questions. God, how the fuck would you make hell? That's the question. And for eternal torment, you gotta be a sadist. You gotta be a sadist. Because it says in the Old Testament, God loved the sacrifice and the savory smelling of the meat. Pause. God is also a fruitcake. But let's get back to it. This is Christy. I forgot her last name, but her name is Christy, and she is deconstructing hell because everybody's afraid to go there. And plus, this is the last hump that when Christians like breaking away from Christianity, this is the last hump that they need to get over because it's the fear part. You can leave church alone, you can leave the people alone, you can leave the whole culture alone, but deep within, the eternal battle is, if I really fully let go, I'm gonna go to hell. They got to get over that part. They got to get over that. Hell doesn't exist. If you are infinite consciousness, infinite awareness, energy that cannot be created nor destroyed, just transferred, then you're not going to hell because energy cannot burn. You got to be a physical construct in order to fucking burn. Real shit. Otherwise, you gon' float on, okay, and we'll all float on, all right, already, we'll all float on. We're gonna get the fuck on.
Book that I recommend is Revelation by Elaine Pagels. I think that's how you say her name, Pagels. But she is an American historian, and she wrote a fascinating write-up on the book of Revelation. And I think that would be a really helpful read if you're really trying to sort out what this book is all about and why it exists, because it's very different than what I was raised to believe in the church. And so I would never refer to Revelation as a book that would give me any kind of insight onto what hell is and you know, what happens to people when they go there. You might refer to Matthew 13, 49 through 50, which mentions a blazing furnace with weeping and gnashing of teeth. You might look at Mark 9:48, which refers to an unquenchable fire and undying worms. There are definitely verses throughout the New Testament by Jesus and his followers that talk about this place of hell. And so I really want to kind of deconstruct that, and let's really kind of examine what was being talked about when Jesus talked about hell. Another book that I recommend is Heaven and Hell by Bart Ehrman. This goes on about, well, heaven and hell and kind of breaks down what early Christians and Jews believed about these places. It's a fascinating read, and he makes a really important point in this book that when Jesus preached of hell, he was likely not preaching about this modern day hell that we hear about in the Christian churches, that he was more so talking about an annihilation, something where you know, these unbelievers or these evildoers will get tossed into a hypothetical type fire, and then they will burn up and cease to exist. They will not be tormented forever and ever and ever. They will just cease to exist. And I think that this can be backed up with the imagery and the words that Jesus himself used. When Jesus said hell, he was not using the word hell. That's a modern day English word. That is not the word he used. Instead, the word used in the Greek New Testament is Gehenna. And there's a big debate about what Gehenna was too. I had heard for a long time that it was like this giant physical burn pit on the outskirts of Jerusalem. Bart Ehrman does make the point that Gehenna may have been a place for child sacrifice and a place that was considered condemned by God, a very evil place where you know, people would just go to die. And again, I encourage you to do your research and learn.
I encourage you to do your research because you hear Gehenna is a motherfucking tire fire pit on the outskirts of Jerusalem. And other people said that that's a place for child sacrifice. So do your research. Do your due diligence and find out what the hell Jesus was talking about when he was talking about hell. But spoiler alert, it don't even exist. But still, do your research, you know.
About this idea of Gehenna for yourself. I am not a biblical scholar, and I'm not here to act as a biblical scholar to give you all of these kind of historical insights onto what Gehenna was, because I really don't know. But it's important to know that when Jesus talked about hell, he did not use a word hell, and it did not really relate to this modern day idea that we have of hell, that he was using the word Gehenna, and he was using it very specifically. In Matthew 7:13-14, Jesus says, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. And I think it's interesting that Jesus uses this word destruction, because when something is destroyed, it no longer lives on. If a person is destroyed, they cease to exist. They don't continue to be tormented. That would be a very different thing than being destroyed.
Right. So use your common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills. Like, really. You're done when you're destroyed. You're done. You're done.
In Matthew 3:10, a verse that is commonly used to threaten people with hell, Jesus says, the axe is already at the root of the trees, and every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire. Okay, so he's making this kind of metaphor for what will happen to these people that don't bear good fruit.
Yeah, and when they call me crazy, when I say the Bible's full of puzzles, mysteries, metaphors, symbolisms, parables, contradiction, no. Metaphors, symbolisms, contradictions, parables, mythology, numerology, a splash of spirituality, and allegories. Motherfuckers look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Ain't no metaphors, ain't no contradictions. Well, nigga, Jesus just spoke in a metaphorical fucking sense. And some of you preachers give it away when they do their sermons sometimes. So it's like, yo, man, come on, dog. It is what it is. Say, when the axe is stuck in the tree, like, what the fuck does a tree got to do with anything, Jesus? Tell me point blank so I can understand. And then y'all like, you just don't understand. Oh, yeah, because one of the disciples told Jesus, like, why are you talking to the people in parables? You know, even your own disciples is coming to you and be like, nigga, why are you talking to them different the way you talk to us? Nigga, like, are we all supposed to know the fucking full word of your fucking father? I'm just asking questions, Jesus. I'm just asking questions. Man, nigga, they would have kicked my ass out the disciple group.
Aren't his followers. They're going to be thrown into a fire like a tree would. What happens to a tree when you throw it into a fire? Is it does it burn forever? Is it tormented for all of eternity? No, you throw a tree in a fire, it burns for a little while, and then it turns to ash and it's gone. The tree ceases to exist. And so it's very important to look at the words Jesus is using, the metaphorical language, the picture that Jesus is painting here, that when he talks about these people being thrown into a fire like a tree, well, a tree eventually ceases to exist once it's in the fire. Matthew 13:49-50, another verse that is used to back up this claim of hell. Jesus says, this is how it will be at the end of age. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the blazing furnace where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And this imagery of weeping and gnashing of teeth is often used to kind of depict the torment that people will go through forever and ever and ever. But again, they're getting thrown into a blazing furnace. Now, I would imagine if you get thrown into a blazing furnace, you're probably going to weep and gnash your teeth a little bit. But then eventually, you won't exist. You're going to be gone. And so when we see these words, destruction, thrown into the furnace, burning up, this is not a picture of eternal torment. This is a picture of people being tormented for a little while and then ceasing to exist. So there is no reason to believe that Jesus was preaching this idea of eternal torment. We just don't see that in his words. But there's still a lot of debate. There's a lot of debate among scholars and historians and theologians and Christians themselves. Everyone has a different idea of what hell is. And even if it is annihilation, even if it is a little bit of torment and then you cease to exist, that's still a very scary threat. Yep. It's an existential threat. And those are the scariest kind because they are threats to our very being, our very existence. Right. And we don't like that. It doesn't feel nice. And so regardless of whether you believe it is eternal torment or annihilation or just a little bit of torment, it's still just a very scary, unkind threat. And they can't really exactly figure out what hell is and what happens to you when you go there. They're just going to go out into the streets, they're going to point their fingers, and they're going to say, you're going to hell. And they can't really provide any more information than that. You should know more about it than just, oh, it's a really scary place with a lot of fire. I need more details, okay? I need you guys to come together and agree on exactly what hell is before I can even be afraid that it's a real possibility. So let's examine the last claim, which is that hell was created for Satan and his angels. I just think this is such a strange claim from the very people who are saying that God is omniscient. He is infinitely wise. He knows the future. He knew you before he formed you in the womb. But he created this place that he didn't really intend for you to go to.
Right.
Did he not know that you were going to go there when he created it? I mean, I would think that he did if he is who Christians claim that he is. When God was creating hell, if he didn't know that humans were eventually going to go there and just surprised himself, well, that would bring up a lot of questions about his wisdom, about his infinite knowledge. I mean, this was God's plan all along, right? From the beginning, he created humans so that they could love and worship him. And if they didn't, he would send them to this very bad place along with Satan and his demons. And my question is, why create these people in the first place?
Exactly.
God had a choice every single time.
Exactly. I miss Christy's voice. I miss her voice. Like real shit. And here's another great question. God, if the devil's so fucking bad, Jesus, why did you just don't fucking kill him? Why you just don't fucking kill him? On some real shit. Why? Because he's my son. Well, you sent one of your sons to die. Like literally, like I'm talking about like your actual son. I know you call everybody your kids up there, but Jesus was your actual son, right? I understand Lucifer is an angel. Okay, cool. But didn't he? Like, was he your right-hand man in some stories? Yo, guy, you really fucked up in the head, bro. Get this nigga out of heaven. Hey, yo, man, let me go. Let me go. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking fucking questions. You can ask questions in hell, motherfucker. I'll be up there like, yo, nigga got on that bullshit. But it's a nice big titty, big booty bitch down there. You want to come to Earth with me, bro? Man, I'm not trying to get cast out. Come on, man. Nigga, Sam Yaz already got a full plan. You heard what happened to Azazel. Man, fuck Azazel. That nigga was on some motherfucking, I don't know what the fuck that nigga was on. But, yo, he's the original sin, nigga. Like, they gonna blame that nigga anyway. No, nigga, we're gonna get cast out. And we're gonna lose our heavenly body. Nigga, heavenly these nuts, man. Look at that bitch down there, though. Man, nigga, look at that chick over there. Look at that angel bitch. Her shoulders is broader than mine. The last chick took it from me. What? Yeah, I know, right? So these Amazonian glamazons up in this bitch. That bitch got 2 flaming swords. She's wielding 2 flaming swords. You see that bitch? I want to go down to Earth and fuck with her. Look at her. Look at her down there. What is her name? You want to get us killed? What the hell did you motherfucking retract, Crystal? I fucking looked away.
He decided to create a human being. He had the choice and he knew how things were going to go. If he knew that this person was going to be created and then eventually go to hell or be sent to hell by God, then I have no reason to believe this is a good God who would create someone just so he could destroy them. I mean, honestly, even with Satan too, God obviously created Satan. According to some Christians and interpretations, he was God's right-hand man. They were best buddies. And then one day Satan turned on him and took a third of the angels with him, according to, again, some Christians, and were cast away. And God didn't cast them into hell. God didn't create hell for them to go directly into. Otherwise, Satan wouldn't be roaming around on the earth seeking to devour you like a lion, as the New Testament says. God banished him to earth so he could roam around and trick a bunch of people so they would also go to hell with him at the end of time. That seems like a really bad plan.
Yeah. In the words of Tony Stark, I wish she would have had a clip. Yep. And so it begins, countdown to the YouTube that is gonna fuck up my life. YouTube keep fucking around. Whoa. It's a countdown, so it begins. Can y'all hear me now? The motherfucker's fucking up my live. Beware of peer pressure. But yeah, she's right. She was like, like it's not a good plan. You created all these motherfuckers. You supposedly know. It's like, like why create it? It's like you gotta be a sadist. You have to be a sadist. And plus, I want to say this: God even admits, I'm a jealous guy. What the fuck are you jealous of? You got all the fucking power. Everything leads back to you wanting power and control. What the fuck you need worship for? On some real shit. What the fuck you need worship for? You all powerful, all knowing, all omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent, but like you don't know that like some motherfuckers ain't gonna want to fuck with you. Nah, you a jealous and wrathful God because there's other gods out there that are better. Hashtag I fucks with Shiva and I fucks with Kali the Destroyer. That sexy goddess. Woo! Wrap your arms around me. For real. Now when it comes to, I fuck with a couple Greek goddesses, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Athena, you know what I'm saying? She be, like she's a warrior and a goddess of wisdom, I think, if I can remember. Aphrodite. You know what I'm saying? Aphrodite. Shit, fuck it. We can go to the motherfucker. We can go to Sekhmet. I don't give a fuck. You do got a lion head, bitch. You got a nice ass body. Just don't bite me, baby. Just don't bite me. But you can ride this motherfucker while I suck those tits. Sekhmet. Hurykane, you fucking crazy. She did Medusa hella dirty. Hell yeah, she did. I know. And Medusa was fine. I'll fuck her too. While I'm looking in her eyes. She was like, why you not turning to stone? Because, baby, I'm solid. Solid as a rock. Already, baby. She like, what does that mean? Baby, I'm from the future. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. This mother. She gonna try to kill me the first time, though, but she gonna enjoy it. She gonna eventually enjoy it. I'm like, I'm here to see Medusa, baby. I don't want to fuck your sisters. Your sister's ugly as shit. I fought them bitches in the God of War 2 on PS2. Hell no. One is a big bitch and another one is, I don't know what the fuck that other one was, but Medusa can get it. Yeah, Athena did, she did do Medusa dirty, and Poseidon is a bitch ass nigga. Was it Poseidon or Hades? I think it was Poseidon. One of them, yeah. I think it was Poseidon. Was it Poseidon? That motherfucker did some shit. But all those motherfuckers up there need help on some real shit. All the motherfuckers in the Greek mythology. I'm so glad Kratos killed all those motherfuckers. It felt good killing all those gods. But that's playing the God of War series. But when y'all read the mythology, it's, man, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing work. And don't get me started on Norse mythology. But I would love to go to Valhalla and fuck all the warrior women, though. All we're gonna do is be fucking and eating and drinking. That's all we doing in Valhalla. Until the great day of Ragnarok. But yeah, it's a lot of beautiful goddesses out there, a lot of beautiful goddesses. But let's get back to her. She almost finished. I think she got like 4 minutes left.
Doesn't seem like something an infinitely wise God or good God would do. If a parent has a...
Yeah, you right. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Those Greek motherfuckers, they was the original Diddy parties. They was the original Diddy parties. Those Greek motherfuckers. Wait a minute. What's the... No, all right. No. Valhalla is Norse. But where do they go in the Greek world? Like what's their warrior heaven? I forgot. Like, I don't think they go to warrior heaven. I think they go straight to whatever the fuck they got, Mount Olympus or some shit. And I think the Egyptians go to the field of weeds. India got the reincarnation cycle. China got the reincarnation cycle. And I need to find out where the fuck we go over here in the native land, in the indigenous culture. I wonder if we got a warrior heaven. Ah, shit. I'm about to go. Oh my God. I got some more content to make. Oh, I might make this as content. I like that. I love deep diving in history. And I love deep diving in Crystal City, baby.
Child, just so they can torment and torture them. I don't think we would call that parent a very good parent, and yet God is a...
Oh, Crystal. Thank you. The original Diddy party. We're going to be exposing cultures and mythologies that do that shit. That shit is going to be funny, and it's going to be history, and it's going to be informative. Oh, shit. I got to put that together. That shit is going to be lit. Thanks, Crystal.
Holy Father, according to Christians. That doesn't sound like a good dad to me. A good dad doesn't create you just so he can punish you, just so he can send you to eternal torment.
And a father ain't gonna motherfucking sacrifice his only begotten son to die for people that don't even fucking know who the fuck he is. I died for your sins. What does that mean? What sin? Nigga, I don't even know you.
And so when we break all of this down and we really examine this concept of hell, to me, it really just falls apart. There are too many inconsistencies. There are too many things, too many conflicting ideas about what hell is. There's all kinds of ideas about this, but within this evangelical bubble, and we hear it all the time, they're going around claiming this reality of hell, which they cannot prove and do not have sufficient evidence for. They are claiming it as a punishment for people who just don't believe it or who belong to another religion. Think about how many religious people are out there who are good people, who follow their religion that isn't Christianity because they believe it. It feels authentic and genuine to them. It's what they were taught. It's what makes the most amount of sense to them. But they're going to go to hell forever because they just didn't pick the right religion, or because they weren't born into the right religion, or because they never actually heard of Jesus and read a Bible in the first place.
Get on, Christian.
There are people that exist that have never read the Bible.
That's right.
And yes, I know that is the whole purpose of evangelicalism and missionary work, but no matter how many people go out and try to spread the word of Jesus, there are always going to be people who have never picked up a Bible, or perhaps they've seen a Bible, been, given a Bible, but they're already in a religion that they believe in, they love, and, they're going to continue on in a religion that makes the most amount of sense to them. And those people are going to be punished. People like me who went through it all, who learned all about it, who read the Bible, who listened to the theologians, and still concluded that it's just not believable. There's not sufficient evidence for it. I'm not rejecting God's mercy. I don't believe it exists in the first place. Right. But for some reason, that is a cause for me to be punished for all of eternity by this God. That just doesn't seem very fair. And I believe we're talking about a God that Christians claim is fair. He is a perfect judge. He is righteous. He is good, and he is fair. But none of what he's doing in this whole system of punishment seems very fair. Why would anybody be punished for turning out exactly as God created them? Right. If God knew them before he formed them in the womb, he knew them before they were born, and then formed them, created them, programmed their brain, and then watch them live a life where, they don't believe, or they go to another religion, or whatever it is. And then he punishes them for that forever?
Right. Yep. Eating babies in the church kitchen.
If you knew who was
Yep. Hold on. What that is? I don't even think that was it. Was it this?
Windsor has been
No. I'm trying to find that girl. Where that girl at?
I'm 9 years old right now. Babies, we drink their blood because this is how we do it. So that on Wednesdays is the most special, busiest day, special day.
Okay. We'll start. We'll take it little bit by little bit.
As I said, we babies, we drink their blood, we eat them. But then after we so the social services who are in it, they go to families, or so they go to families. So the families can't afford, so they got a baby, but they can't look after it. Yeah. Or anything, they can't buy food, or they can't buy clothes, they can't look after it. So the families who sell their children.
Yeah.
So the social services get them. They say they get them from foster home, but they don't. They get the babies and the children, and then they get Miss Marden, our nurse in our school. They said babies who drink the blood we eat them. But then after so the social services who are in it, they go to families, or so they go to families.
Christy is Caucasian, and this girl that's the little 9-year-old is speaking is Caucasian. I think she sounds like she's from the UK.
So the families can't afford, so they got a baby, but they can't look after it or anything. They can't buy food, or they can't buy clothes. They can't look after it. So the families who sell their children. Yeah. So the social services get them. They say they get them to a foster home, but they don't. They get the babies or the children, and then they get the baby, they hang it upside down. And yes, with the string. They put a string as like a circle string, tie it to the legs, hang it upside down, and then they get a special knife they use for the baby's off.
Where is it this happens?
The church, the kitchen in our church.
What would y'all?
Yep. In the kitchen of the goddamn church, cutting up babies and drinking blood and eating and shit. That's what goes on in some of these churches. Catholic church, they got some underground tunnels, shipping kids. And talking about believe in Jesus. Yup. Much love. So my God is Vanta. Whoop, whoop, whoop. UK correspondent over there. My first lady. How you doing, baby? Hope you got on your Sunday best. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's going to watch on the playback. Now, we're about to get off into Durante Lamar, ex-pastor. And since everybody loves Jesus so much, we about to break down how fucked up he is when it comes to these parables. This is the meat and potatoes, y'all. I think we might hit on the 2-hour mark.
Today we're going to be talking about the parables of Jesus. The parables. Now, many of you know I'm not a fan of Jesus.
Me either.
In any sense. I'm not one of those people who view Jesus as a virtuous, loving, kind leader. I see Jesus very much as a person who preyed on poor people. A person.
Jesus preyed on poor people. Hear that again. Jesus is not as the good person y'all think he is. Since y'all want to just discredit the Old Testament. We just got done talking about hell. Shouts out to Christy. Like I forgot her last name. But shout out to that channel. And shout out to the Durante Lamar channel. No. Jesus prey on poor people.
Who reveled in the idea of entire cities being destroyed. A person who pushed people to do things that were not in their own best interest. When we view Jesus under the microscope, there are not many standards by which this person can be declared as good.
For real.
And in many cases, it is often our own infatuations with what we think about what Scripture says.
Yep. This when the Christians leave paragraphs in my comment sections and shit. You know, like whenever I motherfucking talk about this Christian shit, always get a paragraph or two from Christians. Like, look, Jesus is this, Jesus is that. No, Jesus is evil, just like his father. That's why he probably didn't have no mind coming down here to get sacrificed. And plus, if you look at it from another perspective, if Jesus is God and God is Jesus, right? And why would you come down here and sacrifice yourself to yourself just to not be a sacrifice at all because you didn't really die? You came back to life or some shit. It's like that. What type of magic trick, shenanigan parlor trick is going on here? The art of war is won by deception. Let me get the hearts and minds of the people instead of coming down and saying, I am God, I control all. It'll have everybody shook, from the regular citizens to the Christians to the goddamn Romans themselves. Everybody dropping their swords, everybody dropping their bread. A nigga might be still like hitting the bitch from the back and see a bright ass light. Like, what the fuck is that, babe? Hold on. Holy shit, it's God. Come down and be like, all right, y'all motherfuckers been fucking up. I'm about to change all this shit. All the evil people getting cast out, all the good people, y'all good. And do this shit in the blink of an eye. But nah, you want to motherfucking play games and kill kids. Genocide kingdoms. Saying that you about to give it to some chosen people. Here go the promised land. But you got to go kill men, women, and children for it. Get the fuck out of here. And I know there's Christians out there that might unsub from me. I don't give a damn. Like I already gave my motherfucking testimony. Want me to give it again? I'm going to be real brief this time. I've been raised by a person that was stupid, selfish, and stubborn and on crack. Lived place to place, house to house, shelter to shelter, a bando to a bando. Stand with people to stand with people. Prayed all my goddamn life. No fucking answer. Left home, got with a chick that was supposed to be a woman of God. Got played like a motherfucking orchestra. So 2006 come, I'm 18, and I'm finally say, fuck God, fuck Jesus, fuck the devil, fuck angels, fuck demons, fuck all that whole spiritual shit. I'm about to do me. I'm about to get back all the fucking time I lost of giving it away to this fucking God and to these fucking good for nothing bitch. I'm about to motherfucking have some fucking fun. I'm about to do me. I'm not about to go out there and fuck my life up because I'm already a righteous person. I know who I am. You know, high standards, morals. I'm, you know, my shit is in line. I'm not about to be told I'm a fucking sinner no more when I know in my fucking heart that I am a great fucking person. So fuck God, fuck the devil, fuck Christians that motherfucking hate me for leaving. Fuck y'all that want to ostracize me. Fuck every fucking body. Fuck y'all if you doubt me. I can be that motherfucking trash and say it proudly. Fuck this battle. I don't want to win. I'm outie. Here, tell these people something they don't know about me. Bars. So at the end of the fucking day, I took my fucking life back. And when I let go of Christianity, it felt like a fucking weight was lifted. I didn't feel suffocated no more. I felt like I can fucking breathe again. Breathe again. Breathe again. Shout out to Tony Braxton. Badass. The old Tony Braxton from the 90s. So at the end of the fucking day, I took my fucking life back and I feel great. Because at the end of the day, rather if you're a Christian or a fucking non-Christian, you still got to deal with trials and tribulations of life and dealing with people and dealing with motherfucking situations. And you got to motherfucking make conscious decisions. You got to weigh out the pros and cons. You got to observe, adapt, and overcome in life regardless of what you believe in. But when you know who you are and you don't doubt yourself, you are free. Let's go, Durante.
And in many cases, as you will find, because I think I've shared this with you all before.
Thank you.
One of the main reasons that I deconverted, one of the main reasons is because I realized that Christianity is one of the most disingenuous faith systems on this planet. And what I mean when I say that, I mean 99.999% of Christian believers have never read their religious book in full. And so what most people are saying about the Bible is not exactly what the Bible says. It's what Big Mama said. It's what their pastor said. It's what their favorite deacon said. But these motherfuckers have actually not read the book.
Right. These motherfuckers actually not read the book. I'm like, man, nigga, when I'm hearing Durante cuss, I still feel that shocking feeling like I'm in a classroom and I'm hearing my teacher cuss for the first time. And everybody like, oh, because like on his original content, I never really hear him curse. So like hearing this motherfucker say motherfucker shit, fuck this shit. I'm like, this nigga wild with it. He free. He used to be an ex-pastor, but in his mind, he had doubts. While he's in front of a congregation telling people about this word of God, in his mind, there were doubts. What I hear is a free man right now. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the only way you can come away looking at Jesus as a good character is if you have never read all four of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And even saying all four is a misnomer because it's all four in the Western version of the Bible, however you want to say that. But the point is, you ain't read the story if you think this guy is good. But that's what you realize about Christians. It doesn't take very long in dealing with Christians to realize that they have never read the whole Bible. As a matter of fact, most of them, even when they take their reading through the Bible in a year challenge, most of them are still not reading through the Bible, even when they're following the challenge, because the challenges typically have the Bible chopped up outside of its context. So you're just reading Psalms 34, 1 through 5 today, and then tomorrow you're going to read 1 Samuel 13 through 16. That's how that shit goes. But this is how the idea of Jesus being any form of goodness or any form of righteousness is allowed to persist, because nobody's actually reading the stories to critique them. And in many cases, people lean into the parables that Jesus shared. And they say that these parables were so beautiful. I think one time I walked through the Beatitudes and showed how even though secular people have said, yes, the Beatitudes are beautiful and they're things we should all strive for, I showed y'all that means they didn't read that shit. Because it's not beautiful. No, the meek shall inherit the earth. That's not actually beautiful. That's the ancient way of saying, wait your turn. Your day coming soon. Like, this is bullshit that people think that shit is good.
For real.
Like, oh my God, y'all are horrible. But no, so the big point is people lean into the parables of Jesus and almost like the semi-ritualistic way. It's like invoking the parable says, yes, these were the good things. Jesus' parables were beloved. The parables of Jesus, for those of you who don't know, are short, often metaphorical stories found in the Gospels.
Yeah, like I say, metaphorical stories. I say puzzles, mysteries, riddles, contradictions, metaphors, symbolisms, parables, allegories, numerology, mythology, and a splash of spirituality. And there's like, the Bible has some metaphors in it, but your church is preaching parables, which are metaphors. Do you know what a metaphor is? Here's a real question, Christians. Do you know the definition of insanity? Do I gotta talk like Voss from Far Cry 3? Do you know the definition of insanity? Shoot that motherfucker.
Intended to convey moral, spiritual, or theological lessons. These stories often draw on everyday experiences of societal norms of first century Judea and Galilee, such as farming, family dynamics, and labor. Examples include the parable of the Good Samaritan, the prodigal son, and the sower. You know, I'm not going to mention the parable of the Good Samaritan in this one, I don't think. But while we're there, the fact that there is a parable of a Good Samaritan is not a compliment.
Exactly.
It's not a loving story.
Exactly.
Now, to be clear, the point of the story of the Good Samaritan, of the parable of the Good Samaritan, is that even Samaritans can be better than you. That's the point of the story.
Yep.
But to have that story that way is automatically inferring and implying that Samaritans are bad people. This just so happened to be a good one, and I'm going to use this good one to show you how bad you are.
Yep.
Simple. I only pay $10 a month for my internet.
To show you how bad you are. You know. So let's jump into a few of these parables and see if we can pull something from the text. So the first one I want to talk about is the parable of the 10 virgins, which actually, even as a pastor, I was always uncomfortable with this one.
Yeah. Because what you about to hear is fucking hilarious. And as a pastor, I can see why he was uncomfortable, because when you use your critical thinking comprehension skills and your common sense, you will understand what's about to be said. Here we go. Get him, ex-pastor Devontae Lamar.
And so I definitely didn't preach this one a lot. But in this parable, which is found in one of the places found, Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 through 13, it encourages readiness for an unspecified time of judgment. And it typically, I critique this one for promoting fear and exclusion rather than compassion or inclusivity.
Exactly.
The idea is that there are 5 wise virgins, and then there are 5 foolish virgins. But the foolish virgins are shut out because they had to run back and get oil. So because they did not have enough oil to see, and they had to go back and get oil, this is what made them foolish. What made them foolish was not having enough oil. And so they left to go get some more oil, and the bridegroom came and took the 5 wise virgins. Are we not going to recognize that this story is about human trafficking?
Yep.
Or do we not realize that the parable that Jesus is saying is basically, there was once a pimp who had 5 wise hoes and 5 foolish hoes.
Yep.
The 5 wise hoes had enough money for the pimp to be satisfied.
Yep.
The 5 foolish hoes, they didn't have their money right.
Woo.
So the pimp left them in the cold.
Preach out.
This is this beautiful story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, are we overlooking that this story is ultimately a forced wedding?
Yep, they
That
overlook
this story is ultimately a harem of women being sold to the priest or the king or the, you know, whatever the fuck he is, the bridegroom.
Yep.
Because
get him, pastor.
And mind you, this is a New Testament parable
Get him, ex-pastor.
being told by Jesus. And in Jesus' parable, he decides to use rampant polygamy to describe the kingdom.
Yep.
He says the kingdom is like this.
Yep.
You know, the kingdom is like pimps and hoes. That's what this parable is. Bitch better have my money. That's what this parable is.
Right.
This parable is the subjugation of women. It is the degradation of women.
Yep.
It is making them property.
Yep.
You know, their value in the parable is their virginity and their ability to keep the light on.
Woo.
If that don't sound like prostitution, you know, you got new, fresh meat out here. How do we convince ourselves that this is beautiful? Who convinced you to hate yourself? Sorry, I couldn't help it. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, ran amok. Couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. But it's real.
Like,
Who
couldn't help
convinced
it.
us that this shit is beautiful?
Couldn't help it.
This isn't beautiful. This is pimp.
It's
It's
pimping.
pimping. Apparently pimping ain't easy. Well, maybe it is, you know. But this emphasizes obedience and submission to divine authority over moral growth or interpersonal kindness. This doesn't even, you know, and it's funny because one thing that the Christian Bible doesn't really do is encourage people to help each other.
Woo!
You're not getting that from this parable. You don't get from this parable that the 5 wise virgins shared some of their oil with the foolish virgins. That's not the story you get.
That would have been
Because
a great
in
story.
the New Testament, wisdom is associated with shrewdness. It is. Wisdom is associated with shrewdness. We're going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The parable of the talents. Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30. I used to preach the parable of the talents up and down. It was one of my favorites until I got my my degree in social science with a concentration in leadership and business administration minor. It's my first degree. When I got that, I had to wrestle with some of the undertones of the parable of the talents. This parable rewards those who invest and grow their talents, but harshly punishes the servant who is cautious and returns only what was given. It seems to valorize capitalism, risk-taking, and servitude rather than fairness or equity. It's a parable of the talents. And this one gets told a few different ways. But ultimately, somebody, the landowner, and notice how many of Jesus's parables are about a landowner. But this landowner comes out and gives some people some stuff. Somebody gets 1, somebody gets 5, another gets 10. And then the guy comes back later to check and see what did they do with his money. Bitch, better have my money. This is the whole Bible. It's the whole Bible. Please don't forget, in the book of Acts, God, according to the writer of the book of Acts, struck down Ananias and Sapphira for changing their mind about how much money they wanted to give. Struck them down. Dead. Bitch.
Yeah. It's like, all right, we gonna give the church $20 a piece, baby. Okay, honey, we gonna give them $20. And then we thought about, holy shit, if you give them the 20, we ain't gonna have enough money for food. All right, baby, change our minds. We gotta grab some food, some shit for the kids. We're only gonna give the church $10 a piece today, okay, baby? Okay. So as they walk out the door, bang! Zeus they ass. Lightning bolt. Don't ever change your mind, bitch. I want that 20. Bitch better have my money.
Better have my money. That might need to be the name of this episode. I don't know. That might get me demonetized. But anyway, this parable is definitely, the guy comes back and says, well, let me see what you got. The one I gave 10, what did you do? He said, sir, I went out, I took this 10 and I got some, and I made more with it. He says, all right, good.
Okay,
yeah.
Crystal, you be
all right, what about the one I gave 5? Well, I took this 5 and I got some more with it. All right, good.
All right, Crystal, you be safe, babe. Use your vortex manipulator. Salute armchair revolutionary. We just got done talking about hell and deconstructing that crazy shit. And I'm just going into some history. Now we're talking about how everybody loves Jesus so much, but we're gonna talk about how fucked up he is with these parables that everybody love to keep on cherry picking and quoting. So like we're deconstructing how fucked up Jesus really is since they want to fuck with him so much. Yup. Is they okay? But it's a society, you already know it. Yup, baby hats.
Yeah. All right, what about the one that I gave the 1 to? Well, you gave me this one, and I knew that you are a harsh businessman. And so I didn't want to mess this shit up. So I just kind of put it in the bank and just let it sit there. It didn't accrue any interest or anything. I just kind of let it sit there for a minute. So I still have the one you gave me, and I'm going to give that back to you. And that guy gets punished. He gets punished for not making a profit. That's the parable of the talents. The parable of the talents is that the people who don't make profits get punished.
Yep. That's the parable of the talents. But motherfuckers don't know that. If y'all make no money, y'all get punished.
But I do want to share some nuance in that. All right? There is another way to interpret the parable of talents. But as with all things in the Bible, none of this shit is univocal. There's plenty of ways to interpret it. But there is another way to interpret it. And this may challenge how you view any of the other parables. It may challenge how you view Jesus himself. It may challenge how you view the earlier writers of the gospel. Now, I'm not saying this is sound, found, or any of that. Just saying, just something to consider. That maybe what Jesus was presenting in this parable is not about some distant kingdom of heaven, but is more so about the indifference of life.
Right.
About the indifference of life. That's a way that it could be interpreted. That this the idea that life rewards those who do more with what they have and is indifferent to the reasons why we choose not to. Even when they're good reasons. But that's an entirely different type of thought conversation. That's an entirely different type of thought experiment. That's definitely more.
Yeah, no one is ready for that thought conversation or thought experiment. No one is.
on the philosophical lines, which I enjoy. I tend to enjoy it, only when they have some type of utility.
Yeah.
But this parable is undeniably a promotion of unequal relationships. You know, it's very interesting. It reinforces hierarchical structures in economic.
Breaking news, France. It say France government collapses. I will be doing an HHN probably later. I'm not sure, but I'm getting notifications talking about France government collapses. Breaking news. Breaking news. HHN special report coming later. Don't know how later because I got to do a versus battle with the God of Fire and the God of Wind. So we'll try to break it up. We'll see how the game go. But breaking news, France government collapses. As a matter of fact, damn, like Crystal said, she'll be right back. But Crystal, like, find out what the fuck going on with France. My sexy California independent researcher. Shout out to Crystal, is cool.
Inequality, prioritizing stability and profit over human dignity. Which again, when people claim that they don't know where the prosperity preachers are getting their messages from, I'm immediately reminded that this must be another motherfucker that's never read the fucking Bible. This shit is as clear as it can get, man. It's as clear as it can get. And this parable gets told, again, several different times in several different ways. But let's continue. There's also Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. This one was not one of my favorites, but there's the parable of the sheep and the goats.
Sheep and goats.
This parable divides humanity into those who are saved and those who are damned, which I always like to remind believers that you cannot have an all-powerful God who's not capable of saving everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's not all-powerful.
That's right.
If you're not capable of saving everybody, you're not all-powerful. You missed some. You dropped a few. Mary Jane's neck broke. Okay, I don't actually, was that Mary Jane in that one?
It was Gwen Stacy. It was Gwen Stacy, but her spinal cavity broke.
You have to be able to save everybody. If you all powerful. Otherwise, you're just some powerful. If only some people are saved, then God is only some powerful.
Yep.
Point blank, period.
Yep. Get them.
That's how words work. You know, all is all. You know, but while it promotes the idea of helping others, the eternal punishment for failing to meet the standard is harsh and unmerciful. And that is the thought experiment that we think about many times. We ask ourselves, how long is an eternity? How long is infinity, is infinite time? How long is everlasting? And then you ask yourself, what crime is worth everlasting punishment? You know? But, and it's even when you do the thought experiments, when you do those type of thought experiments, you can immediately kind of realize that, oh no, there's no justice in this. This isn't about justice. This isn't about righteousness. This isn't about rightness. This is about primitive punishment, you know? So no, we can move on from that. But the whole idea is that, and this is the thing, I have to remind people, like, God is discriminative. This is the whole fucking idea. But the reason why people don't realize that is because they still have these very superstitious relationships with the idea of God as opposed to sociological concepts of God. And when you actually do have an understanding of the sociological concepts of the emergence of the idea of God, then you do not have a God that is not in favor of its people. You know what I'm saying? Which is ultimately, very much so, it is that our relationship with these gods that have further steeped us into discriminatory practices, because the evolution of God in nations is damn near simultaneous. Because gods exist for nations. Gods do not exist for individuals. They exist for groups in the same way that logos do, you know? But yeah, so this is why Jesus is constantly giving scriptures, or giving these warnings that he did not come to bring peace, but a sword of division, to turn people against other people, to separate the chaff from the wheat, to separate the sheep from the goats. This is the whole purpose of this brand of religion from our earliest influences with religion, which again come from that tribalistic, nationalistic way of defining who we are in the world and having a mascot on our side. Now, the problem is we have not evolved enough sociologically, intellectually, to understand that that's the process that we've kind of gone through here. You know, I didn't mean to go down that rabbit trail, but the whole point is that God as is will always be a divisive denominator, because that's how the whole idea of God from a sociological standpoint is to set us apart. That's the idea of sanctification, sanctimonious, you know. That's the idea of holiness, you know, that you've been set apart by this special God, you know, and this makes you special as opposed to everyone else, which is why it's really hard to have religious ideals without having supremacist ideals, because that's what many, especially these Western religions, are catering to. It's catering to this ego that you are more special than everybody else, and so everybody else should bow down to you.
Or you're gonna burn in hell. And that's why I'm glad we talked about hell first, because I wanted people to understand that you don't gotta be afraid of this bullshit. Use your common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills, and read that book again, and motherfucking you put that shit together. And plus, you understand what energy is. You be like, hell ain't real. Everything falls apart when you use your critical thinking, comprehension, and common sense. Everything falls apart when you read that book. Go back to the Bible. And I'm talking about like real shit. I do it for research purposes only. But I'm not gonna lie, there is some good shit in that bitch. When it comes to Joshua, great war stories, right? Because like after Joshua, like there's nothing else that's sweet. Joshua out here decapitating motherfuckers. Decapitating motherfucker. Yo. But the Dead Sea Scrolls is where it's at. I read some shit about the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And I thought it was the most epic shit that I've ever fucking read in my life, because when I read it, it was like a motherfucking movie. What happened was, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel, you know, Joseph, you know all those niggas' names, right? Something happened with their sister. I think the sister went to like a town or a kingdom or something. I don't know what happened, but like, I think she got motherfucking raped or something. Came back to the motherfucking brothers and told them what happened. Dog, the way the shit was, it was like a fucking movie. They motherfucking did they plan, and they went to that city and raised that bitch to the fucking ground. They fucked the motherfuckers up. The 12 tribes of Israel. I'm like, do these motherfuckers got superhuman strength or some shit? Because I swear the shit was like a fucking movie. And you know, like my visualization is perfected. Because I'm reading this shit. And you know, like it's word for word. You know, they say you want to take it literal. Okay, cool. Let me use my visualization real quick and put myself in this fucking story. I want to be right next to these brothers when they kick some ass. Man, that shit was cold. Cold. I forgot what book I read. I don't know if it was one of the books of the 12 tribes, because like they got their own books too. Did you know? The 12 tribes of Israel got their own book. It's very short though. It's like very short. But I'm trying to think of what story it was. Did I get in the book of Raziel? I was either reading the book of Raziel or maybe like the last pages of Enoch. I'm not really sure where I got that story. But the 12 tribes of Israel was some bad motherfuckers. And then I'm questioning myself. I'm like, they got doing all this badass shit. But but y'all motherfuckers sell your brother into slavery afterwards. Like, or is I mixing up stories? I'm trying to motherfucking get this shit right. You know what I'm saying? Because like I read so much, I don't want to motherfucking mix the shit up. But they're like, it's like, yo. But let's get back to it.
Find the word bow in the Bible more than you will find the word love.
That's some real shit what he just said. He said you will hear the word bow in the Bible more than you hear the word love. And that's some crazy shit. Bow down to me, bow down to me, bow down to me, or you go to hell. I love you. Now bow down to me, bow down to me, bow down to me, or you go to hell. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Idiocracy.
Yep. Love. Okay. But let's go. Ooh, this one was one of my favorites. Prodigal Son. Everybody knows Prodigal Son, right? Well, not everybody, but you get what I'm saying. Luke chapter 15, verse 11 through 32. The story celebrates the return of a wayward son. You know, how many of y'all know this story? I've preached this one so many damn times, and I've preached it so many damn ways. And I can't lie. Now, I enjoyed urban preaching because we got to do whatever the fuck we wanted to do with how we preach stuff. So a lot of our stuff ended up being more self-help than anything else, which is why I'm so good at this type of stuff. But this story was interesting, right? Because you have this one son who basically goes to his father and said, I want my inheritance. And from a cultural context, what he is saying is, you're better off, you're worth more to me dead than alive, which is true from an inheritance standpoint. But so he asked for his inheritance. And the Bible's, and his older brother is like, oh man, why are you doing that? But his older brother stays and works. Maybe he's older, I think it is. Yeah, it's his older brother and his brother.
The older brother stays and works. The little brother wants the inheritance. The father gives the inheritance.
It works. So the younger brother, he gets his inheritance and he leaves his father's house and he goes out there and just lives. The Bible, all of his inheritance on riotous living. You know, I was like, ooh. Riotous living. I want to know.
In this day and age, little brother go out there, smoke, drink, fuck around, in and out of prison. Now your ass fucked up, living off of people or living in the bandos.
What type of heathenish shit that is, and how can I get in on it? You know, but no, he goes out and he spends all of his money, spends his entire inheritance on riotous living. Allegedly, there might have been some prostitutes involved with this riotous living, you know. So I've heard, but he ends up being so poor, he can't find anything to eat that he's willing to eat from pig slop, willing to eat what the pigs are eating. And then he remembers, I have a father. That's supposed to be the gospel right there. I have a father who loves me. And even though I left his loving arms, if I just go back to the Father's house, if I just get back in the Father's good grace, I know he'll welcome me. And that's so pathetic. Like, yikes, that's not how we should be approaching people we love. You know?
Right, but that happens all the time. You got all your shit. You went out there and blew the shit. Now you want to come back because you fucked up. Nah, man. I'm doing all this hard work, all this. You know, the older brother like, dog, like, I'm doing all the work. I'm trying to make sure everything's straight. And you give the inheritance to this motherfucker that you know he can go out there and smoke, drink, and fuck it off. But I'm here holding it down for you and everybody. I know how the older son feel because I'm the motherfucking oldest motherfucking brother. And my little brother get all the motherfucking praise and all the inheritance just to go out there and fuck it off. Come back and steal from me and shit. And go back out there and go fuck that off.
But that's what we do, and we make it, we often preach it in a way that no matter what you've done, God is waiting there, waiting to love you.
I'm waiting with a special. Your ass is going to get done just like that motherfucking Samuel Jackson off that movie. It's like, let me get one more dance for mama. Daddy shot that motherfucker. Like real shit. All these chances we gave you, all the money we gave you, like stealing from us and shit. You come back here, you getting blew the fuck away. Like real shit. Welcome to the modern age.
You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, it's beautiful. Sure. I mean, and there are some things in that, right? There's this idea that if you really love somebody, right, and that person, for whatever reason, decide they don't want to be with you, you know, and they leave. Forrest Gump type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And later, Jenny comes back. That's beautiful.
I love you, Jenny. I'll take care of the AIDS, baby. Jenny was a whore. Jenny was a fucking whore. I love you, Jenny. But god damn it, the nigga cried when he did that motherfucking talk at that motherfucking grave, though. You got to be a heartless motherfucker to not at least got choked up. You know, like you ain't have to cry or shed a tear, but like you could have got choked up. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? On the director's commentary and shit, they did 2 takes. The first take, they was like, "I was all right, do it again." They said on that second take, Tom Hanks had everybody in that bitch crying, including the cameraman. Including the cameraman, nigga. So, but Jenny was still a whore. You know? And the movie was sad as shit. But the movie, it made me break away from just fucking with just like action and comedy and motherfucking early Disney movies. That movie let me know that like there's other different type of movies out there. And the movie had everything. Like on some real shit. It's a coming of age story. It has action because Forrest went to war. He played fucking football. Met JFK, the president himself. Whooped the nigga ass in the rain for fucking his girl. Helped out his lieutenant after getting his legs blown off. Started an unknowing movement just by fucking running. Started an unknown movement. He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. That's a great fucking movie. And it was like the beginning of me becoming a movie buff. And studying and critiquing. And then like when I became a truth seeker, now it's watching these movies in a different light. And like, whoa. Most of these movies, you know, that I seen back in the day was, you know, like it's a lot deeper than what it is. You know, and they don't make movies like they used to. And the people that do have the creative ideas and willing to take that risk and explore and make something new and creative and unique, you know, like you got to probably catch them at a Sundance Film Festival or something. Or like probably like go online and try to find some you know, some motherfucker like good indie horror, good indie suspense, good indie thriller, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I learned about all the genres. I'm like, man, this shit is fucking great. But most of the movies that I saw back in the day, it all connects. It all fucking connects, and everything is showing us what the fuck going on now. But the only thing is missing is the flying cars and the motherfucking cashless society. But we almost motherfucking there. But I'll be damned if a drunk motherfucker fly through my goddamn roof. I'm putting a hole in that nigga. Fuck a police report. And I'm stripping your ship for parts. But let's get back to it. We got 8 minutes left.
I felt bad for Forrest, you know, but it's still beautiful. You know, they came back. I get that. I do have a lot of issues with that part. But that's not the part that I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on the most obvious aspect in this story that shows that equity, equality, fairness, justice, and righteousness are not concerns of the writers of these stories. Because the other character is the older brother who gets made to be the villain of the story because he didn't leave.
Right.
He stayed. He worked hard. He loved his dad. When the prodigal son came home, things that belonged to him, his dad gave to the prodigal. You know, this story can be interpreted as dismissing the value of personal accountability.
Yep.
The hardworking elder son is overlooked, sending a mixed message about justice and fairness. Now, what I really need you to understand is there are countless thousands of people in churches all over the United States who feel like that older brother, who feel like their work and their commitment is undermined because they didn't go out and get a testimony. It's a real...
Yeah, because I didn't go out and get a testimony. Like, nigga, I got to take care of you in this household. and my little brother and all these motherfuckers. Like, come on, man, nigga, I deserve this fucking inheritance, or at least a fucking thank you. But no, you value the nigga that want to go out there and be a fuck up. Fuck that. Let's go back to Cain and Abel. Yeah, I want to take it back to Cain and fucking Abel. Cain is the villain, right? The first murderer, right? But let me tell you something. Cain's job was just as important as Abel's. The true villain of this motherfucker story is God. Because why the fuck would you favor Abel when Cain's work is the same? Same equal value, because he's tilling the earth and like Abel is fucking with the motherfucking animals and other shit. But God is like, I love the smell of that. I love what you doing. Yeah, but what about Cain doing his job, which is needed? Some motherfucker can have crops or some shit. It should be equal on both ends. But yet, Abel is favored more. And Cain like, what the fuck is this about? Oh, hell no. My job is just as important. Like, what the fuck? Just as important. So fuck the bullshit. But there's another story on why Cain killed Abel. Some shit that got something to do with some incest shit. That's all I got to say. I can't get off in the details. You got to read the shit for yourself. But like at the end of the day, if these motherfuckers was the first motherfuckers on the planet and they talk about Cain and Abel had wives and shit, then who's the wife and where the fuck she come from? Have to been the sister. Like I said, when you use your common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills, you can put two and two together real quick. Everything just falls apart or be like,
And it causes a lot of psychological trauma for people because sometimes they feel like in order to be accepted or embraced in church, they have to go out and make a lot of bad mistakes so they can.
So they can have a fucking testimony. You think I want to have a fucking testimony? Do you think I want to motherfucker like really dig up my life and talk about it to everybody? This traumatizing, crazy shit that I've been through? Just to have a fucking testimony to tell people in church? Like, come on now. Come on now, man. No. Don't nobody want to motherfucker go through any of that bullshit. The oldest son feel betrayed. Like, it's like where's the fairness? Where's the justice at? This motherfucker went out there to become a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and motherfucker still get some shit? No, fuck all that. Fuck all that. The older brother should have motherfucking caned his ass. Bop.
Talk about how bad they were and how good God has been. And much of that comes from this parable.
Yep.
You know, who knew we'd be able to get so much from this? Let's talk about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. You know, and this is told in Luke chapter 16, verses 19 through 31. And this parable contrasts the suffering of a poor man who is later rewarded in the afterlife with the torment of a rich man who ignored his plight. It promotes a view of cosmic justice that relies on suffering in this life to earn rewards in the next, rather than encouraging systemic change or immediate relief of suffering. Like, and I think those are things that people don't think about when they're going through these parables. This version of the parable, God rewards the poor man for his suffering. God rewards, you get heaven because you suffered the most.
And that right there got a lot of Christians fucked up. Yeah, we gonna be suffering now, but we gonna be good when we get to heaven. That's what they really, truly fucking think. Like real fucking shit. And most Christians think that they're gonna be up there seeing family members on chill mode and hanging out. No. It says you will be saying, holy, 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 on motherfucking repeat. Forever. Saying a lot of shit. Like it's over. And some Christians be like, well, I'd rather have that than burn forever. And not to mine. These Christians think all of us that don't fuck with this shit is going to hell. Even those that even never heard of this fuck. It's fucking crazy out here. Just put up to the church. What's good, Pastor? What's good? Salute to Jordan.
Oh man, y'all, like that's not a healthy thing,
right?
To say, especially if you own the whole system, you own the hill, you own the cattle on 1,000 hills, but your children, you're going to reward them for suffering without the things that you own and could easily demonstrate and delegate and distribute. You say, no, I'm going to let my children be born in a world where I could give them everything they need, but I want to see if they'll still love me without it. Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that like Job?
Yep.
I want to see if Job will still bless me if I let you kill his kids. Bless me if I let you kill his kids. All right? That's God rewards people for suffering. How you see this as a good character,
right?
I don't know. But yeah, and again, there's no for this God to be omniscient. There's no foresight of systemic change. There's no foresight of creating better systemic infrastructure. There's no foresight of creating institutional transformation. You know, as a matter of fact, Jesus believes that there will always be poor people. That's his belief. That's what Jesus said. He says, the poor you will always have with you. Because
the poor you will always have with you.
That's who he needs to inherit the earth, right before he destroys it.
Yep,
I just say
destroys it.
So, right before he destroys it. We just got done talking about Revelation. Shit crazy.
This perpetuates the idea that enduring suffering is virtuous while undermining efforts to address inequality and injustice in the present. And that's exactly a lot of the baggage that we see come from this type of parable. There are many minority and marginalized communities where there is that undercurrent of, we just got to suffer through it and God will meet us on the other side. That somehow suffering is the thing that is virtuous. Fuck that shit.
That's right. Fuck that shit. Say it again. Fuck that shit. Say it. Fuck that shit. We need to have heaven right now. And don't forget, God says, slaves, obey your earthly masters. Fuck the government. Make sure y'all watch my Fuck the Government podcast. But fuck the government. Slaves, obey your earthly masters. My ass, Paul.
To me, strategy is better than sacrifice. I'm going to say that shit again, just in case you didn't hear it in the back. Strategy is better than sacrifice. All right? So just to kind of provide a humanist critique of some of these underlying themes, there's a focus on supernaturalism over practical ethics, right? So many of the parables assume divine authority and judgment as the basis for morality rather than focusing on practical or secular ethical reasoning. As a matter of fact, ethics are not considered at all. Morality grounded in human well-being and rationality is more meaningful and effective than adherence to divine commands, which is another reason why I'm super big on building community beyond superstition, and that's a reason why we're coming to Raleigh in April. All right, we're coming to North Carolina, baby. All right, so there's also fear-based motivation, which you see in a lot of these parables, and anything that is based in fear is likely not going to be that healthy outside of scenarios. But the majority of the parables are fear-based motivation. You know, it's FOMO. Like heaven is literally FOMO. This shit is FOMO. You're missing out on some shit that don't exist. I will pass. I will pass. FOMO my ass. Shit. All right. Many parables emphasize fear of divine punishment or eternal damnation as a motivator for behavior. So don't do this because this is good. Don't do this because this is right. Don't do this because this is fair. Don't do this because this is moral. Do this because you get cookies in the sky. Nope. Barney was better than this shit. There's also a high level of exclusivity and tribalism. Many parables like the wedding banquet, Matthew 22, 1-4, depict exclusion of those who do not comply with divine expectations. True virtue, from a humanist perspective, lies in inclusivity and acceptance, not reinforcing in-group, out-group dynamics, which much of the New Testament continues to reinforce. Much of it being tied to Jesus's words. When you're looking for this unified Christianity that sees everybody as unified or sees everybody as equal, you have to appeal many times to Paul's words. But then even Paul's words are ironically contradictory because he does say stuff like there is no Jew nor Greek. He says that. He says there's no Roman, no Jew, no Greek. Doesn't mention anybody else, though. Yes, he says things like we're all equal. He says there's no female, no male. But he also says women I do not permit to speak in the church. He also says women are the weaker vessel. You know, so their ideas of equality don't seem to be very reconcilable. You know, and this is the gospel, the ministry that we have, the gospel of reconciliation, the ministry of reconciliation. So that's what I've been doing the past few years. I've been reconciling what this shit actually means. You know, jokes. All right. There's the neglect of structural solutions, which is a major issue. You know, the parables often focus on individual moral failings or virtues, ignoring systemic issues like poverty, oppression, or inequality.
Yeah. Just keep on suffering. I'm not going to change the poverty. I'm not going to change the inequality. I'm not going to change none of that shit. Just keep on suffering and believe it in me and give me your money.
Structural problems require collective action and systemic solutions, not just individual moral reform. You know, unfortunately, we're fighting that battle again with the new moral majority. But we've been down this road before, and if we don't lay down and let them run all over us, they won't be able to run all over us. All right. So, but from this perspective, the parables of Jesus often reflect the values and limitations of the time in which they were told. While some stories do contain elements that may resonate with humanistic values, such as compassion and justice, they are overshadowed by a framework that prioritizes submission, fear, supernatural reward, and subjugation over autonomy, reason, and collective well-being. A humanist critique encourages re-examining these stories not as timeless moral guides, but as historical artifacts to be analyzed and, where necessary, rejected in favor of a more inclusive and rational ethical framework. So, I hope you've enjoyed this conversation.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed the Rod Taylor Mall. Now we're about to play some music. We're going to get up out of here because I got to, you know, we got to do that that versus that fucking Gotta Win and versus Gotta Fire. We gotta do that later. I think I might do that maybe in a couple hours, probably around like 4, maybe 5 o'clock. It all depends. But we're gonna play some tracks. We're gonna get up out of here. We reached past 2 hours. So let's get some shit. Shouts out to Jordan. We in the building.
Tired of the chains, they're tired of the illusions, they're tired of losing what they come from within. But I can feel it in the air tonight. A storm is blooming, the truth, the light. Everybody crying. hand, but freedom takes more than a simple demand. Yeah, yeah. Are you ready, 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 ready? 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 Tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready? Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on. Come on. Come on, people.
Come on, people, we getting ready for revolution. That's the government, you know what the heck we doing. The movement, making you feel it through the music. Can't refute it, you can't dispute it, you looking stupid. Bitch, our rulers blow up your view if you see you looking. Pulling off in the Cuban, banging the hottest music. Apocalyptic, dangerous when I pop the cookie. Stop and listen, killing all of my opposition. Top position, general of my rebel mission. It's a clearance, government gon' be disappearing. Do you hear it? Gunshots, exploding remnants. Flying carts and body parts, they all descending. From the sky, they mortified, my soul designed. Connect that bitch with my nine, got it electrified. Now I'm a character, government, I ain't scared of you. Yeah, we got prepared for you, blowing up your area.
Idiocracy became real life. Truman Show is my real life. I'm Neo, that red pill, it ruined my life. They live, they praying for our demise. Even an angel not above falling. Conspiracy theorists, I think that's my calling. Reporting live from the Civil War, I'm recording. With my eyes wide shut, Illuminati wanna see us all in a coffin. Deeper vendetta and vigilantes, yeah, we all revolt.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Dodge your minds in same dark city. Do you just be real but try to fuck with me like Resident Evil experiments? Gotta pull the guns out, they kill the quick. The demolition man, they ain't scared of shit. Simon finish with the case, you prepare for this. I robot, can you see the microchips? Play the nigga forehead over your wrist. They ain't got a nigga live, they be watching shit. Put a secret spy where you do device shit. People saying they a doctor with no licenses. Got an M&AK for precise hits. Like watchdog, like a good device to whip. Make you crash to a motherfucking building, bitch. Pop the clip in the blick and click bow. Overkill a nigga, they hit it. Remote round, Hurykane stood in the flames, is profound. Why these people tripping on gender and pronouns? What about the homeless and government shutdowns? For the government, be shooting them all down. Just like the Matrix, bitch, amazing flips. Shoot you in the face, you bitch, the case dismissed. Send it to the grave, the bitch, that can't convict. I'm the motherfucker from the ancient myths that came to rip. Bodies apart, from the start in the Hunger Games. Yeah, you bitches will run for. Set the record straight, these niggas ain't on par. White House down, we killing them all, dog.
Idiocracy became real life. Truman Show is my real life. I'm Neo, that red pill, it ruined my life. They live, they praying for our demise. Even an angel not above falling. Conspiracy theorists, I think that's my calling. Reporting live from the Civil War, I'm recording. With my eyes wide shut, Illuminati wanna see us all in a coffin. Deep in vendetta, vigilantes, yeah, we all revolting.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom.
Hurykane and night trap this church. Preacher. Put your hands together.
Rogue One Production.
Made it to the rendezvous. We was all strapped up, blacked up in a 6-man crew. About to go while they do what we do. Headshot to a fed. Now he's reaching on his new fresh suit. Went in the building, had to shoot at the front desk. The guards was upset. Then he got shot in the damn neck. Bass check, we gon' need that shit for the room. Gotta hack these computers, get this money and move. Before we move, plant the C4 quick. Then we get to the whip, drive off, then explode that bitch. At the HQ, watching the news. Sipping brew with the crew, smoking weed, gotta plan the next move. Where we gonna go, what we gonna do? Hit another black site, CIA wouldn't know what to do. So we creep in this bitch like Splinter Cell and kill a whale. All you fucking feds get sent to hell like Ripperville. You know what it is. Revolutionary opportunist, who was shooter. Revolutionary opportunist, who was? Made it out the mission, I must stay. The sun rays shine on my gun in the midst of the gunplay. Sunday was a fun day, the fun way to decapitate a fed, blew his brains on the lunch tray. Gun spray, the shot a fed on a brunch date. Then I called a banker slipping on lunch break. Fuck sake, the niggas off of the cupcake. Take that politicians, I need some fucking trunk space. Drop the car to the pier, they getting dropped off. See the witnesses, their heads is getting knocked off, popped off. Please don't give the semantics. I'm just trying to breach the building, get the schematics. Then pull up with the crew with automatics. Light flares up, the people running in panic. Creeping through that bitch like Splinter Cell and kill a whale. All you fucking feds get sent to hell like Ripperville. Yeah. Revolutionary opportunist, who was? You know what it is. Revolutionary opportunist, who was on the road in a high-speed chase.
On your channel,
and I still managed to shoot the fucking cop in the face. Hit the sunroof, baby, grab that RPG. Shoot the fucking helicopter before it shoots at me. Shot that bitch, then it fell in the sea. Then the fed got close, I got the shooter with the SMG. Black truck, yeah, 4-6 times. Land on a cop car, yeah, y'all, the explosion was fine. Back to the hood, got away from the law. Had to switch out the car, chop shop, had to strip it for parts. On the road in the new whip, about to ride out to a new lick. We about to leave the feds fucking clueless. Rebel and the nuisance, revolutionary is the movement. The feds wanna see what I'm doing. Creeping on their ass like Splinter Cell and killing whale. Fuck the government, send them to hell like Ripperville. You know what it is. Revolutionary opportunist, who was shooter. Part 3.
Shout out to everybody. Hurykane night.
Revolutionary opportunist, who was shooter.
Salute everybody. Everybody.
Revolutionary opportunist, who was shooter.
Hold on 1 second. Holy shit.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
We got a special guest, y'all. Get that choir together. Get that choir together. Special guest. Woo. I need y'all to get on your feet, church. Our special guest is the one and only Twister. Tell him.
With the effort, the elegance of a lyrical veteran, I'ma come with the medicine for the one to be heard. I'm becoming sick of the garbage. You wanna hear the coldest, cause I'll be the boldest. With the fuck a manure, it's like I'm on a computer when I begin to manipulate and maneuver because I'm off of the Buddha whenever
Leave that shit.
I do it to make a nigga notice. Come and see how I wreck it. Take a peek at the method. Look how I come with the records. And look, I'm bringing the back in the regular rhetoric. Etiquette of an art, the start, the path. To see it down as I walk through it. As I thought through it. See me coming through the door. It's kinda like I'm finna go and take a walk in the cathedral. I'm feeling like everybody is evil. So I'ma go look at a picture of Mary and talk to it.
Stand up, church. Twister.
Come out, shackle the chains, attacking the game. I come at the lanes, it's after the flames. Spectacular aim when I shoot them all in the back of the brain. And the scatter remains. Because I am provocative. I'm an apocalypse and I'm a rocket ship. Opposite and be opposition. That you never been through what I've been through unless you walk in my moccasin. Or been in my position. The craziest memory. If you play me, it's gonna be radiant energy. Alien enemy. Maybe a mentally superior being over you with a devastating ability. Rating an entity. Such as we could be fuckery. What could be ugly, thoroughly. Luckily, if you fuck with me or somebody such as me, what to see is what I wouldn't have to go demonstrate or carry out publicly.
Twister, you know what you gotta do? Take them home.
I'ma dismember ya. I'm still a pimp with the limp and the smoking the hemp with the henny and in your rival among in the mortal in order can get it, forget it. You fucking with an emperor. So check your temperature because your flow is pathetic. And just because I'm sympathetic, a medic is headed in your direction for checking to see if you able to be saved or dead. Because I was smoking on indica when I was in the cut. I'm in the nigga mode. Like Keith Murray, my speech flurries and I speak dirty. The beat to eat the unworthy with the heat early. To be worried, I squeeze like the green from Curry. I leave your vision blurry and kill him in a hurry like I got the llama. A rider for all the drama inside. I'm left in the alley for his mama to find him. I get away even though I'm a designer. Twister.
Sing it, church. Sing it. Hurykane and Night trapped this church. Sing it! Woo! Shout out to Twister, man. All right. Woo! I had to play that once. I had to play that one time. Real shit, man. We in church. We in church, man. I had to play that. I had to play that. Everybody else playing they shit.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
I know I'm gonna get copyrighted. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right, we got 2 more songs and we're gonna get up out of here. You know I gotta play this, and then we're gonna play The Flood Is Over, and we up out of here. Let's play this first. Oh, okay, you better than Twister. I stand on that. Thanks, Jordan.
Got my sword and just staying home in the Jordan fit. Keep recording and saying all these evil forces, bitch. They be fucking with all of us, killing all of us. Super It's time to send you bitches to charter us. Kill the officers, slaughter them at their offices. When the target his eye, be killing them evil narcissists. When the drama hits, taking out your reconnaissance. Hypersonic his frequency weapons, I shoot a lot of it. It's a power hit, knock you out of your moccasins. Grab a soccer wrist, bash your head in front of the populace. Take a note of this, get the most of this. Hope this poker shit, kill opponents. Been putting bombs in your poker chips. Time to flow again, vision just like a Doberman suitcase. You get floated again, take your fucking soul again. Niggas scared of my lyrics, you fucking bitches. That's why you gon' have to fucking listen, motherfucker, listen. Style master, whipping your ass faster, bastard. Have to blast you, even your taskmaster. The class master, snaps faster than I cast you in the pasture. Ride the cars, just ride past you. What happened after decompose, release your soul to the dark dimension where you get Peter roll. Hit the building, I'm creeping slow in sneaking mode. Metal gear on me, bitch. I need the secret codes for the launch pad, bitch. I'm going nuclear. From the White House, bitch, I'm turning into dust. Gas I trust, the blast I must. If you scared of my lyrics, I'ma blast at ya. Y'all ain't ready for the shit that I spit. Niggas scared of revolution, y'all know this is real as it get. Don't like it, I'ma hit you with this. You a pussy and a bitch. When I say you gon' get hit with that blick, bitch. Was that over the top? I could never tell. Seems most of you niggas is really fucking frail. I know my lyrics be hitting home, yeah, I can tell. Fuck y'all bitch ass niggas, let's take it somewhere else. You know what else? I want it strangle you want to death. Rip the heart at your chest and leave your soul to rest. You criticize my intellect, the disrespect. I should beat the shit out you until you get correct. I guess you scared of the bigger threat. I've been the vet. Born legend, the god of storms. I've been the best. Grab a text, tell the government you was next. You know the water's the stage. I'm shooting up the set. Pull the trigger, we kill them quicker than the splitter. I see your army, but I'll destroy all them niggas. Call me killer, Kane drinking Bacardi, nigga. This the end of the world, so come and party with us.
I was gonna play the fun is over, but I guess motherfuckers want to hear some motherfucking fast shit. Fuck it.
Leave me alone. You better leave me alone. I'm about to pick
People don't understand that I'll master this shit.
And hit you dead in the dome.
Let's go. Ready?
What a baby chillin' like a nigga see the corn spittin' in the instant, even don't miss it. Now I'm gone fishing for the bitches. Never listen when I'm on a mission. If I try to build it, put a bomb on the fucking center in a minute. I'ma be the villain, the villains, put the driller, feeling like killing the villain. I know the government gon' get it, they finish. You better listen, fuck religion. I'm a motherfucking God killer. That turns to a cop killer. Fuck around and get shot, nigga. I ain't tryna be popular, but now what's up? You gotta get your knowledge up. It doesn't go to really rock with us. You grab the keys, pop the trunk, and grab the motherfucking pump. Shoot the motherfucker dead in the gun. Leave him dead in the trunk. Shot the body, get on me a piece, leave a motherfucker dead in the dump. I don't give a fuck no more. You can act like Dumbledore, undergo, and go to the motherfucking Thunderdome. And chopping everybody up with a sword called Thunderbolt. The country throw the blood or so on the motherfucking pavement. Leaving the letters, I make a statement. What's the occasion? Revolution, motherfucking amazing. Leave the motherfucking government shaking. Operation stop the hate. Tell the motherfucker stop the faking. I came here to shock the nation. Hide this Cajun, destroy the population. Make a motherfucker stop the pagan. I'll be waiting when I'm on the top with an AR. RPG with a radar. With a 50 cat that'll stay far. Hey, y'all tell y'all motherfucking face on.
Now let's go again. Let's go again. I'm on a fucking roll.
Road One Production.
Let the flood return, your people gon' learn, everybody gon' learn now, that I will flood the world right now, I destroy your government right now. Kill a motherfucker, throw a bit of river, I'ma do a bigger quicker than anybody never pull a trigger, eliminate the government, some public, you motherfuckers about to catch a motherfucker, on the cake, got the road rumbling, everybody renegade, pulling the motherfucking coppers for the renegade, shooting the motherfucker building, they gon' be running, they blowing it up, and got the motherfucking renegade, and I'm the only motherfucker that wanna fight the government, motherfuckers, you gon' like the now I got the motherfucker snipe the government. In the White House, it's a place of running in. John Wick, everybody up in the bed. Equalize a motherfucker, got me trying to quit. Hitting other bitches looking like choice to win. Life or death is a choice to pick. Got a motherfucker sword again. Chopping everybody else to record the shit. Beat out to the force again. Star Wars with the force within. Like a motherfucking speed digger. Realist to realist, never really get about the until the stupid fans come and get in the revolutionary lyrics. You hear what you're fearing, the furious spirit, and kill it all. Listen to me, bitch, I'm a chopper. Hit a popper with a chopper, so proper. Better call up, better go doctor. Like I'm a super nigga, better get to the chopper. Put a bitch up, cause bitch, I'm a monster. Hurykane coming, better pay to the father. How could a motherfucker live in state of Nevada? God kill a nigga, I'm still in Nevada. Ain't nobody ready for the monster. Return, your people go learn.
I ain't done. I'm on fire. Take their breath while they stand. Fuck the government.
Road One Production.
I am the god of wind.
I'm the motherfucking god of wind. Gotta tell them all again, tell them all again. I'm the motherfucking god of wind. Gotta tell them all again, let's tell them all again. I'm the motherfucking god of wind. Gotta tell them all again, let's tell them all again. I'm the motherfucking god of wind. Gotta tell them all again, tell them all again. Let me push it to the limit, never give it when I spend it. Gotta cut you up to rivers. I'm a motherfucking menace. I'm not finished when I hurt you fucking feathers. When I blow up the center, and I'ma sing it with a minute. Any minute I'm ripping anybody that wanna get it. Cause the government tripping everybody up in a minute. I'm the villain, the villains, but the government is innocent motherfuckers killing innocent.
And they causing division.
The number of decision will cause a collision. I let the breathe for a minute. Smoking the weed, I gotta cheat for a minute. Stop a rapper, get in your bodies. I got the time to put it in the beat. I'm at the spot when I'm a hurricane. And I'm ready to win and sip a gin with the get to be spanned. So I'm laying on the bands and the car was in. I got the throw in the strands and the motherfucker ready to get. They call it revenge. When they get leak, those motherfuckers put in the seat. How they y'all gotta witness defeat. I'm the beast of the fire to beat. Cause I'm a G, you the motherfucking coward to me. Put your head in the sand. Now I gotta put your head in the van. Take it to the bad lands. Kill the cat, get the bread in the van. Those matches ain't stand the chance. I'm taking back onto the land.
I ain't motherfucking making the band.
I gotta go against the government, man. I came with the gun in my hand. Put an RPG in front of the van. About to blow with the government, man. Trying to play the game. That's great to change. They use your finger seed to arrange the brain. We can't bring the pain. This world will remain the same. Hurricane couldn't change the game.
I'm a motherfucking guy to win. I'm still on fire. Now after this, then we're gonna do the flood is over. Then we out of here. I just gotta just let it go. Now I gotta kill him and throw him in the river. The body kill a nigga, so get the living the real. Get it, they kill a really kill it. I gotta kill a ball up in the ball. I've been going, I fuck a ball, got a ball, cause they hit off. Then they give over to a charge off. Face on my nigga, I burn a ball with a small song. Look at the spirit, you better hear it if you know what the fairy motherfuckers. I got lyrics. Lyrical, I'm the pinnacle, the winnable 3-minute intervals. I'm a punching like a visible. Fucking you up, nigga, what's up? And take another cuz. You with your feet to make it hot like double dutch. I got the store with the category limited. I really leave a motherfucker to stop me innocent. Probably be sentenced for my new booger citizens. Government tripping, I gotta kill him for the innocent. Breathe. 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 Take the shot. Take the shot. Breathe. 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 Take the shot. Take the shot. I get the killers, bringing the thrill, I'm bringing the killers to pull the trigger, but quicker you better run. One up for cover, nigga, you done. Look what I become. I'm the man in front of the gun. I'm the interdimensional mercenary and the scary and killer fairies in front of the emissary and send them to the cemetery. When you get buried, I heard your life in the journeys. I'm an to the devil. I gotta carry your gun and give a fun, but the gun on the run. When I catch your mama, cut off the tongue, throw them up to the sun, I burn alive when you catch the ones. And then I gotta blow up the sun, the supernova shit. Told you, bitch, gotta come and fold you quick, spit fast, so cold, but it's so with me. The revolutionary flow was sick. Now you gotta roll with this. Told you, bitch. Breathe. Breathe. Take the shot. Take the shot. Bow. Take the shot. Breathe. 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 Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Shout out to everybody. Hurykane and Night Trap this church. Hope y'all enjoyed yourself. We got one more song after this. Bring out that choir. I see the I can see the motherfucking choir coming out doing the shoulder bop like like Devon Dudley, you gotta testify. We true to love. All right. Shouts out to the Hurykane and Night Traptist Church Choir. Shouts out to Jordan, head of the Hurykane and Night Traptist Church Choir. We're gonna down to the last song, and this is the song they're gonna play after we done destroying this government and creating our own new world and shit. This is gonna be the song that they're gonna play. This is our celebration song right here. And this is how we always end Hurykane and Night Traptist Church. The flood is over. And the Christians be like, the flood is over now, my life and all this shit. Yeah, this is how it's gonna be after we done taking down this fucking government. This track is off my Flood is Over album. This was volume 4. This is part of the Flood series. I got a 6-album project. Flood the game, flood the system, flood the cosmos. Flood is over. I wanted to be over after that, but Phenom just floated me some more shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta talk about after the flood. I got a party. I gotta talk about the party. So, like, you know, like that's the volume 5, you know, the, you know, like the after the flood. But then the flood returns is like, you know, the trial never ends. But anyway, the flood is over once we destroy this motherfucking government. Y'all ready? Bring out that choir. Let's get it.
Just took the government down with a bunch of rounds. The flood is